good, and what's going on, everybody? Your boy BLSG back at it again for another Philadelphia 76ers live play-by-play. Yes, everybody, we are back here for another one to begin the week as the Philadelphia 76ers in this one today. Come in this one to take on the Houston Rockets here in Houston. And guys, not only am I back, not only are the Sixers back to playing basketball, but one particular player is back for the Philadelphia 76ers. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. James Harden is back tonight. However, similar to Klay Thompson when he returned from his injury, James Harden will be on a minutes restriction, so his minutes are going to be cut down probably by quite a bit. So we're going to see a lot of Shake Milton. We're going to see a lot of Thibault. We're going to see a lot of Court Cons probably. We're going to see a lot of these guys. But it's great to have James Harden back. Great to hear that he's back, ready to play against one of his old teams in the Houston Rockets here in Houston. This is great to hear that James Harden's back. Will be on a minutes restriction, but overall, it's great to hear that James Harden is back. Appreciate everybody that's already coming through and tuning in. If y'all have not done so, hit that like button on the stream and hit that subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. And everyone share out the stream so we can bring more viewers up in the chat. You guys already know what it is. Y'all pretty much know the drill. Let's go ahead and get this one started. Music producer! That music's great! Let's go ahead and cut the beat! Thank you! Alright, let's roll through the chat before we get started. Thank you to the music producer for turning the music off. That's greatly appreciated. SG Sports Talk, let's go, my guy. I appreciate you for coming through. So go Philadelphia. That's a first, and that might be the last time. That'll be a first. That is for sure, to say the least. That's the first time that I ever saw you say go Philadelphia. Normally always against the opposing team, but today you finally say go Sixers. It's about freaking time. And this is the reason why I did see this earlier in the chat, but I just want to kind of continue working on it off of it, but said I just like the Houston Rockets, and I have the Philadelphia 76ers win this game by a score of 55-25. First of all, it's not going to be a final score of 55-25, my guy. It's going to be way more than that. It's going to be way more than that, but I know you're just kidding. Go Embiid, yes, sir. Philadelphia 76ers will demolish the Houston Rockets at the Toyota Center in Houston, Texas. Let's hope so, man. Let's hope so. They have a young team. They have a young rebuilding team that will get better throughout the years. So it might not be an easy task, but you know what? It's something that we should be able to handle. Even though James Harden is back, he is on a minutes restriction. So again, we will see these guys, these young guys, back on the. We'll see him back on the court a lot. We will see James Harden every now and then, but he should probably only be up to maybe 20 to 25 minutes tonight, to be completely honest. Somewhere close to 20 minutes is where I would say they would play James Harden, but at most 25 minutes tonight for James, just because it's his first game back, SG Sports Talks with F. Houston. He's going to drop 45 points tonight against the Rockets. Let's hope so, man. Let's hope it'll be something like that. Star Wars 99, what's good, my guy? I appreciate you for coming through. It's been a while since you've been in the chats, my guy, but it's greatly appreciated you coming back, saying Trey Turner is huge for Philly. Yeah, absolutely, man. I had a YouTube short up about that. I've done it in the way that they have been going off in terms of, the views and stuff. And how many views does that have? Let me see. It was reported by John Clark. That's got 485 views at the moment. Ever since I started doing it this way, that you guys should see when you look upon my channel, based on what it has turned out to be doing it this way, it really has gotten a lot of people's attention. Like, for example, the one about Brian Burns to the Eagles, which that was not even close to happening, that got 4,000 views. The one where the Phillies are the favorites to land Trey Turner, that got 263. The one where Rob Gronkowski could go to the Eagles to replace Dallas Goedert, that got 614. The one about C.J. Gardner-Johnson out indefinitely with Malcolm Jenkins potentially returning to the Eagles, that one got 887. The one where I put James Harden to most likely return to the 76ers on Monday, that got 384. And then today with the signing of Trey Turner, apparently every time I put the tweets out, those get a lot of views, as this one got 485, and that's where it stands up to this point. So yeah, if I do like YouTube Shorts or anything like that, I might just do it that way. For the sake of maybe like the watch hours and stuff, I might just do it that way if I do YouTube Shorts. But I'll still find ways to do it the other way, where I did the YouTube short on Jordan Davis being activated for the game against the Titans, which the Eagles did end up winning, and they demolished the Titans. There will be those here and there, but I think I'm going to start doing more of YouTube shorts in the style of how I did the Trey Turner one earlier today. I think that's how I'm going to do it from now on. But yeah, Trey Turner is huge for the Phillies, man. Wager, what's going on? Appreciate you for coming through. So let's go Sixers. You already know. Hit that like button. You already know we're back here. We're back here for another Sixers game against the Houston Rockets. Not a lot of games this week for both teams. Not a lot of games this week, I'm not going to lie. I think there's only let's say 2 games this week. Yeah, 2 games this week, today and then Friday. So after today, the Sixers will be back on a 3-day break, and then we'll be back on Friday. I will not be able to do the game on Friday, though, ladies and gentlemen. I will not be able to do the game on Friday, and maybe I could do it on Sunday. I don't know. But if you do see a stream on Sunday, then be sure to come through and tune in. But I know for sure that I cannot do the game on Friday the 9th at 7:30. I know I can't. Yeah, the Eagles, they destroyed the Titans, man. They destroyed them. They destroyed them, shredded them left and right. Unreal. Unreal performance by the Eagles, especially when it all came down to it. What I really liked was the way our run defense held up. Our run defense. The whole defensive line, when it came to stopping the run, they all deserve a game ball, okay? They all deserve a game ball. And, Jalen Hurts obviously deserves a game ball. He had a 74% completion percentage on Sunday. And then, obviously, A.J. Brown gets a game ball. But, yeah, man, here we go. James Harden returning to the Philadelphia 76ers to face up against one of his former teams in the Houston Rockets. One of his 3 former teams, I do believe, before coming to the Sixers. His other 3 teams, obviously being the Rockets, the Brooklyn Nets, and the OKC Thunder. This is one of his 3 former teams. Hopefully, with him coming back tonight, even though he'll be on a minutes restriction, he'll hopefully help us find a way to get the W. Might be a little rusty because he hasn't played in a few weeks, but let's see what kind of James Harden we get tonight. But yeah, man, one of the great players on the Houston Rockets has been the second-year man, Jalen Green. He has definitely been great ever since coming to Houston. And then they're just showing James Harden before. Actually, I think they're showing you when he got hurt, maybe. But James Harden, man, great to see this man back on the court. They're showing some highlights and everything. Great to see the beard back on the court. It's great to see James Harden back. It's great. But yeah, man, James Harden playing his first game since November 2nd after coming off a right foot tendon sprain. He is finally back to play a game for the Philadelphia 76ers. Joel Embiid has been back as well. We're just waiting to hear when Tyrese Maxey will return to the court for the Philadelphia 76ers. That is all we are waiting on, and pretty much we're all good. Jaden Springer, obviously, is not going to get playing time by any means. I think Niang was on the injury report, but I think he's good. I would think he's good to go. I would think Niang is good to go for this game. I do believe Niang's playing tonight. Oh, wow. Niang is out. So no George Niang in the lineup either. Well, no Niang available at least. But Springer returns tonight. And obviously I said James Harden does, but no George Niang. Which is going to suck, but, let's see what we can do without him, This will give more opportunities to, players like DeAnthony Melton, PJ Tucker, Tobias Harris. This will give some of these players more opportunities. Even Paul Reed will get more opportunities at the 4 or at the 4 most likely. And they might have to be playing Montrezl Harrell at the 5. It depends how Doc Rivers wants to go ahead and set this up. I mean, how is he going to utilize this team without George Niang available tonight? Hopefully he's back for Friday's matchup against the Lakers. Hopefully he's back for that game, but you can't promise anything until you get the official word. Asia Robertson, what's going on? Appreciate you for coming through. Said, hey, what's going on, Asia Robertson? Appreciate you for coming through. Hit that like button if you have not done so. Appreciate you for coming through the stream. I know I had a YouTube short up about that. That's a great move for the Phillies. With that move right there, getting Trey Turner, he'll be going to shortstop. What does that mean for Bryson Stott? It's most likely going to mean, since the Phillies did not go ahead and re-sign Jean Segura, it's probably going to most likely mean that Bryson Stott's going to go ahead and slide over to second base and be our second baseman for this upcoming MLB season. So that's what it's most likely going to mean, honestly. That's what I think, but I could be wrong, Maybe someone else, maybe maybe the Phillies go and sign someone else, Maybe they go out and sign a second baseman, Maybe they didn't want Stott to just be a depth piece, but since he started last year, I would doubt that they want him as like a depth piece or anything. But at the end of the day, I would want Stott to go and play second base, pretty much to take Jean Segura's spot. Hopefully Jean Segura is successful wherever he goes. If he did not go anywhere already, I don't think he went anywhere. I think he just got released. Yeah, he's a free agent. Segura's a free agent, so if the Sixers just if they don't bring him back or anything like that, then most likely Bryson Stott will slide over to second. I see Sports Talk saying, let's go Sixers. You already know. Also said, go Eagles, go. Yes, sir. Starting line should be coming in after these few commercials. But, let's get to game time. Stop it with these commercials. We're tired of these. MC, what's going on? Appreciate you for coming through. So let's go Sixers. You already know. Hit that like button. Guys, everyone hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Guys, we're so close to 500 on the channel, man. We're so close. 497 is what we're at right now. We're so close to 500. 3 subscribers away. Heard about Verlander signing with the Mets. Yeah, I did hear about Justin Verlander signing with the Mets. MLB free agency, Asia Robertson, it has just been crazy. Trey Turner goes to the Phillies. Clayton Kershaw goes back to the Dodgers. And Justin Verlander goes to the Mets. I mean, Verlander to the Mets was basically Jacob deGrom's replacement. Because, they're not going to, in my eyes, they're not starting Max Scherzer every game. I'll tell you that much, to say the least. And, they need a replacement for Jacob deGrom. So, I think it's a good move for the Mets. I mean, they were able to bring Edwin Diaz back as their closer. So, it'd be nice for them having Edwin Diaz still there. And, that's a good pickup. I'm not going to lie. I mean, Scherzer and Verlander, good night. I know I'm a Phillies fan, but I have to give the Mets credit for what they've done so far. Where credit's due. I have to give them credit, with Max Scherzer already in New York, and then now that you have signed Justin Verlander and you have Edwin Diaz as your closer, that could be the three-headed monster for the Mets. I'm not even lying. As a Phillies fan, I can admit it. I don't want to admit it because I'm a Phillies fan, obviously, and obviously I hate the Mets not as much as I hate the Yankees, but I can admit that can be a three-headed monster right there. Scherzer, Verlander, and Diaz. Like, good night. Seriously. But yeah, hopefully this game will be good tonight. Guys, go ahead and drop your score predictions in the chat. Let me know what you guys think is going to be the final score for tonight's game. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, guys, like I said before, similar to when Klay Thompson came back off his injury, he was on a minutes restriction. And in this game tonight, James Harden's going to be on a minutes restriction. I think the difference was, correct me if I'm wrong, someone in the chat, but when Klay Thompson came back off his injury, was he not off the bench? Someone correct me if I'm wrong on that. Because I think he was off the bench. I could be wrong. But James Harden in this one, I know for the fact he is in the starting lineup. Starting lineup should come in here in just a few moments as they get a look at the Toyota Center. And the starters come in now for both teams. Starting lineups for both teams coming in right now. For the Philadelphia 76ers is James Harden, DeAnthony Melton, Tobias Harris, PJ Tucker, and Joel Embiid. For the Houston Rockets is Kevin Porter Jr., Jalen Green, Eric Gordon, Jabari Smith Jr., and Alperen Sengun as the starting lineup for the Houston Rockets. Alperen Sengun has definitely been a surprise this year to a lot of these teams. As you see Tobias Harris and Boban messing around. Hey, they're pretty much best buds. They're best buds at the end of the day. They have the Goldfish commercial. They both did the Goldfish commercial together. They're showing good sportsmanship and all that good stuff. Here at the Toyota Center in Houston, Texas. Let's get it on. Doesn't look like there are a lot of fans here attending this game tonight. But there you see the beard on your screen. James Harden. There you see him on your screen. Looking to put up some sort of production in this game tonight while being on a minutes restriction according to what Doc Rivers said. There you see Joel Embiid on your screen, showing sportsmanship to the Houston Rockets players. Getting ready to go. There you see Kevin Porter Jr. and Jabari Smith Jr. And there you see PJ Tucker on your screen now, as well as Tobias Harris. Everyone's getting ready to go. Getting ready for this one to begin. There you see DeAnthony Melton, and then there's Jalen Green, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, as playing as number 4. Here we go. Game's about to get underway. Sengun versus Embiid in the tip. Tip-off is underway. Joel Embiid wins it by a mile, and we're underway here in Houston. James Harden, the former Rocket, starting out with the ball. Harden looking for his options. Gets it over to Embiid. Embiid coming inside. Embiid looking, gets it over to DeAnthony Melton. Melton gets it out to Harris. Over to Tucker. Tucker kicking it out to Melton. Melton has to come inside. Melton kicks it out to Embiid. Embiid a 3 at the top of the key. That's good for Joel Embiid to start things off here in Houston. That's a good start right there for Joel Embiid. Let's hope we can see a lot of that tonight. As Kevin Porter Jr. brings the ball down the floor, gets it over to Jalen Green. Gets it over to Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon gets it back out to Jalen Green, guarded by DeAnthony Melton. Green. Around the screen from Sengun. And this is going to be an early turnover here by the Houston Rockets. Rockets lose possession of the ball, and we're going the other way. Here we go. Here's James Harden with the ball. Gets it over to Embiid. Embiid matching up with Sengun. Gets it over to Harden. Harden gets it over to Embiid. Embiid coming inside. Embiid, the layup. No good, but he will head to the line for 2. Foul called on Sengun. A lot of worldwide players, obviously. Embiid this season has just been so dominant, averaging 31.4 points a game, almost 10 rebounds a game. First one for Embiid at the line is good. As Embiid has potential to pick up the first 5 points of the game here for the Sixers if he can make this second one at the line. Second one for Embiid at the line is good as well. And just like that, the Philadelphia 76ers will be off to a 5-0 lead to begin. Just about a minute into the first quarter. Kevin Porter Jr. bringing the ball down the floor, gets it over to Jalen Green. Green gets it over to Eric Gordon. Gordon gets it over to the rookie out of Auburn for three. Didn't remember his name. That's no good. Melton taking a three from the corner. That's good for DeAnthony Melton. That is huge for D. Melt. Here goes Porter Jr. Gets it over to Sengun. Sengun matched up with James Harden. Sengun kicks it out to Kevin Porter Jr. Porter coming inside. Porter still dancing. Kicks it out to the corner. Kicks it out to Jalen Green. And it's no good, and I believe it is a shot clock violation. And yet again, we're going the other way, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. James Harden will bring the ball down the other end here for the Sixers. Harden gets it over to Embiid. Embiid gets it over to Harris. Harris gets it over to Melton. Melton matched up with Jalen Green, gets it over to Embiid. Embiid guarded by Sengun. Embiid. The floater is good for Joel Embiid, and just like that, Joel Embiid found a mistake and has the first 10 points of the game here for the Sixers. Or the first 7, rather. As Jalen Green comes inside. And this will be the first foul called against the Sixers, and this one's on DeAnthony Melton. As they'll inbound it now, Sengun gets it over to Jalen Green. Green kicks it out to Kevin Porter Jr. for 3. That's no good. And is rebounded. And it'll be Sixers basketball. And originally it was Sixers ball, but now it's going to be Rockets ball, according to what the officials are saying. And Doc wants to have a conversation. Of course, why am I not surprised? Here we go, is Kevin Porter Jr. with the ball, matching up with PJ Tucker. Porter Jr. coming inside. Blocked by Embiid, but fouled as well. As he'll head to the line for 2 whenever he gets up. That's Kevin Porter Jr. I think they called Embiid for the foul and not Tucker. Because Tucker was in the collision too. You have Kevin Porter Jr. literally rolling around. As the first one is good at the line for Kevin Porter Jr. And finally the Rockets are on the board. Kevin Porter Jr. to take the second free throw here at the line. Second one for Kevin Porter Jr. is good as well. And the Rockets are finally on the board and have 2 points in and 2 points by Kevin Porter Jr. with 2 free throws. As Harris gets it over to Embiid. Embiid looking. Embiid kicks it out to Harden. Harden gets it over to Melton. Melton fakes. Melton comes inside, kicks it out to Embiid. Embiid up the baseline, and he's called for the travel. Can't travel, Embiid. Come on. Hold yourself accountable. Let's go. Hold yourself accountable, Joel. Come on. Just under 9 minutes left to go here in the first. Porter Jr. gets to serve to Jalen Green. Green taking the 3 ball. That's no good, and he gets his own rebound and puts it back. Jalen Green left all alone, unguarded. Here goes James Harden with the ball. Harden gets it over to Embiid. Embiid, layup. No good. Embiid wants a foul. Not going to get it. And the Rockets bringing it down the other end here with Kevin Porter. Porter Jr. driving it down for Sengun. And a foul called against, I think, Tobias Harris. That's the third team foul. First on Tobias Harris. Kevin Porter inbounds it. Gets it back. Porter kicks it out to number one. Number one's going to lose it. And Tobias Harris is already picking up 2 quick fouls here in the first quarter. Can't be sloppy, guys. We can't be sloppy. Gotta wake up. Let's go. No sloppiness, man. Come on. First one at the line is good. Come on, guys. No sloppiness. Come on now. Let's go. Jabari Smith Jr., that's the guy. Second one for Jabari Smith Jr. at the line is good off of the rim many times. And he'll finally go in for 2. James Harden with the ball trying to set up the offense. Harden gets over to Tobias Harris. Harris backing into Eric Gordon. Harris coming inside. Harris gets it back, gets it over to Harden. Harden trying to put up a 3. No good, but he'll head to the line. Take a couple free throws. Opportunity for James Harden here to get on the board. Sengun getting the foul here for the Houston Rockets. No, James Harden just wanted to try to get points. First one for James Harden is good at the line. So James Harden is on the board, ladies and gents. Second one at the line is good for James Harden as well. SG Sports Talk said, go Eagles and fly Eagles fly. You already know. Big game on Sunday. Made the best team win. Absolutely. But Asia, I'm just going to warn you real quick. Our team's going to come out on top. I just want to trash talk you a little bit. Our team's coming out on top. As all 3 are good at the line for James Harden. So James Harden now with 3 points. Daniel House checking into the game. And now he will play with the starting lineup. As we're going the other way on an offensive foul here by the Rockets. Here we go. Here's James Harden with the ball, matching up on Kevin Porter Jr. Gets it over to Embiid. Embiid matching up on Sengun. Embiid looking. Embiid kicks it out to Harden. Harden loses it, but gets it back. Harden looking, coming inside. Harden lost it. They're going to say a foul against the Rockets just in time before Sengun was about to take it coast to coast. It's all good. I don't expect nothing else. Hey, it's a divisional matchup, Asia. You know, there's got to be a trash talking here and there. As Melton inbounds this to Harden. Harden around the screen. Drops it down for Embiid, who shoots a 2. That's good for Joel Embiid. 9 early points here for Joel Embiid. Has 60% of the team's points right now. Here we go. Here's Kevin Porter Jr. with the ball. Porter Jr. coming inside, drops it down for Sengun, gets it out to Jalen Green. Over to Eric Gordon, who gets it back over to Sengun. Sengun gets it over to Jalen Green. Green taking the 3 ball. No good, but he will be fouled, and it'll be 3 free throws coming for him as the foul's called on DeAnthony Melton. That's 2 on Melton now. Just under 7 minutes left. Sixers lead at 15-6 over the Houston Rockets. You know, Maxey should hopefully be back in another 1 or 2 weeks. I would expect him to be on a minutes restriction as well whenever he comes back. We'll see how it works out. But yeah, guys, Sixers trying to go ahead and improve to 13-11. Better be a blowout for the Sixers. It should be, but at the same time, it's a young team that has a lot of potential in the future. So they might be able to show this tonight. You never know. It's unpredictable. I mean, we kind of saw with the Orlando Magic. We kind of saw when we matched up with them. There's a lot of teams out there that are rebuilding, but have a lot of potential in that have a bright future. And I mean, we're only 12-11. It's not like we're undefeated or anything, or like the best team in the Eastern Conference, like the Celtics and the Bucks and teams like that. But at the end of the day, we should be able to beat this team. Hopefully by quite a bit, but we'll see. We'll see who comes out on top. But yeah, guys, games should resume here in the first quarter. First quarter should resume here in just a few moments. Hopefully everyone's doing well, man. Hopefully everyone's doing well on this Monday night. Whether you're watching basketball or you're watching NBA, hopefully everyone's doing well, man. Joel Embiid's been dominant early on, looking to keep that up the whole game. James Harden trying to put in some work here. A little bit on his minutes restriction. See what happens here as the game goes on. Joel Embiid has more points than the entire Rockets team. Matisse Thybulle has checked in the game here for the Sixers, and so has Shake Milton. So that means that James Harden will head to the bench. This is part of where his minutes restriction is coming into play. First one good at the line for Jalen Green, the second-year man. Second one at the line is also good, and they'll get one more at the line because he did take a three-point shot that was fouled by DeAnthony Melton. So we're going PJ Tucker and Joel Embiid with the second unit. Matisse Thybulle, Shake Milton, and Daniel House Jr. All three at the line are all good for Jalen Green. Here we go. Shake Milton with the ball. Gets it over to Embiid. Embiid gets it over to Milton. Milton kicks it out to Daniel House. House on the pump fake. House. Oh, and a jackhammer! Daniel House Jr. with a jackhammer of a dunk to get himself on the board. Jalen Green tries to get over to Jabari Smith Jr. Cannot do so, but out of bounds by the Sixers. As this will stay with the Rockets, though. Are you looking forward to Christmas Day against the Cowboys? They're already declaring victory. Just keep sleeping on the Eagles. That's all I'm going to say. Just keep sleeping on the Eagles. Keep sleeping on us. Keep saying, oh, you guys have a easy schedule. Oh, you guys haven't played anyone good. You don't play any playoff contenders. Cowboys fans, just mind your own business until we meet up on Christmas Eve, I think it actually is. I don't think it's on Christmas Day. I think it's on Christmas Eve, I'm pretty sure. First one at the line is good for Jabari Smith Jr. Forgot Jabari Smith Jr. was picked by this team. Second one by Jabari Smith Jr. is also good at the line. And just like that, it's now 17-11. Sixers lead it by 6. Milton with the ball kicks it out to Daniel House. House on the pump fake. House kicks it out to Milton over to Embiid. Embiid. This is over to Shake Milton. Milton comes inside. Milton. The floater no good, and the rebound is picked up by the Rockets. Here we go. Here's Jalen Green with the ball. Green kicks it out. Number 6. And it's good by Kevin Porter Jr. for 3. And just like that, it's a 3-point game here in Houston. Joel Embiid with the ball, Embiid coming inside, Embiid pump fakes, puts up a 2, and it's good. Joel Embiid with 11 points here in the first quarter. 11 of the 19 points by the Philadelphia 76ers have come from Joel Embiid. And now the Rockets are starting to bring some of the reserves as Milton brings this down the other end. Milton around the screen. Milton gets it over to Embiid. And looks like it's going to be an illegal screen on Joel Embiid. Embiid's like, where's the illegal screen at? Another foul called here against the Sixers. I think this one's going to be on Daniel House. Jabari Smith Jr. is squinting constantly. And he'll head to the line for 2. Maybe those cheater hilarious. But I think I get it from him is part of it is mocking Chris Collinsworth, okay? Part of it's mocking Chris Collinsworth. Mims Gamer, what's going on? Appreciate you for coming through. Said, it's been a while. It's been a while since you've been in the chat, my guy. I appreciate you for coming through. Hit that like button. There's 99. What happened to Lucas? Here's what's happening to Lucas, man. I think he has like basketball practice or something. Because I think he does basketball for like high school or for like a league or something. So I think that's why he hasn't been in the chat in a while. He only has time away from basketball like on the weekends. And every other day it's just like a basketball type of night for him. As we're going the other way here, as both free throws are good at the line. Milton with the ball gets over to Embiid. Embiid gets over to Daniel House. House gets it over to Embiid. Embiid looking for his options. Embiid shoots a 2. Almost was good, but Embiid will take it to the line for 2 free throws here. Foul called, I believe, against Jabari Smith Jr., the rookie from Auburn. And he'll go to the bench here for the Rockets. Or rather, it's just going to be an inbound pass, apparently. Another reserve coming in here. Tari Eason checking in for the Houston Rockets. Daniel House inbounds this to Joel Embiid. Embiid coming inside. Embiid spins. Embiid fading 2, no good. Rebounded by the Rockets with Jalen Green. Green matching up with Daniel House. Green gets it over to Bruno Fernando. And the shot goes up. It's no good, and the Rockets get the rebound. Come on, guys. Where's the hustle? Porter Jr. on the pump fake. As he dishes it to Tari Eason. And the Rockets are going to keep this here with 4.1 on the shot clock. As Furkan Korkmaz will check into the game here for PJ Tucker. And I believe we're officially running Joel Embiid with the second unit. Hopefully this goes well, and we are running Joel Embiid with the second unit right now. Porter Jr. takes a 3, and that will miss, and the shot clock expires. But it's not a shot clock violation, though, because it got the shot off in time as Milton gets it over to Korkmaz, over to Embiid, back to Korkmaz. Korkmaz, the fake layup. It's good, but a travel is called on Furkan Korkmaz. Maybe a travel is called. Who knows? But Kevin Porter Jr. gets the ball over to Jalen Green. Jalen Green, the finger roll layup is no good, and Sixers have been struggling in terms of trying to stay away from these fouls, as this one's called against Joel Embiid. Which comes with sounding like Joe Buck. Ugh. I hate them both, man. I can't stand those two calling a game together. First one missed at the line for Jalen Green. But Asia Robertson, no lie, I could not. If those two were ever to call a game together, I would instantly go ahead and just put my volume all the way down so I would not have to hear them whatsoever. But here we go. Here's Shake Milton with the ball as both free throws. Actually, the second one was good for Jalen Green. Timeout most likely called here by the Sixers, talking things over. And maybe to make a line change too, because this is something we don't normally see. We don't normally see Joel Embiid running with the second unit. So maybe they throw in Paul Reed, maybe they throw in Montrezl Harrell, who knows? Yeah, guys, we have 6 people tuning into this stream, but we only have 4 likes right now. Whoever hasn't done so, hit that like button. And guys, especially subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, man. You know, it'll be hard to find a way to pump out content probably the entire week. You know, Friday you'll see the preview for the Eagles and the Giants, I do believe, is who they play on Sunday. And then we'll figure out something for tomorrow through Thursday. We'll figure something out. But yeah, guys, the first quarter should resume here in just a few moments. 3:44 left here in the first quarter. Sixers barely hanging on over the Houston Rockets right now, 19-17 here in the first quarter. Again, 3:44 left here in the first. No Tyrese Maxey, but he'll probably be back in maybe a week or two. We'll see. We'll see where he's at in terms of like getting back to full strength. Last 7 games have been phenomenal from Joel Embiid. 35.6 points a game, 51.3% from the field, 9.4 rebounds a game, 7 assists per game, about 2 steals a game, and then about 2.5 blocks a game. As the first quarter continues here, James Harden gets over to Milton, over to Court Miles, over to House. And another whistle, and this time it's going to be against the Rockets. Fernando being called for the foul here for Houston. Paul Reed is also checked into the game here for the Sixers, so he's going to be playing some small ball center. And they're going to actually run James Harden with the second unit, surprisingly. Because apparently, was there a technical assist, or why was James Harden at the line with nobody around him? Or a 3-second violation of free throw. Never mind. As Milton with the ball comes inside, Milton drops it down for Paul Reed. Reed spins. Reed with the hook shot, no good. Rebounded by the Rockets. Kevin Porter with the ball. Porter coming inside. Porter kicks it out to Jalen Green. Green matching up with Shake Milton around the screen. And Jalen Green is fast and gets it over the taller Paul Reed. But Jalen Green able to get that one to go for 2. James Harden with the ball here around the screen. Harden coming inside. Harden puts one up for 2. And he will be fouled and will head to the line for 2 free throws to try to increase the lead for the Sixers. Jalen Green being called for the foul yet again. First one at the line for James Harden is good. So James Harden not doing all that shabby, honestly. Harden's not going to be playing that many minutes. He's on a minutes restriction. Both free throws good at the line for James Harden. 3-point game under 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. As it'll be Jalen Green with the ball. Try to get to one of his teammates here. I believe it was Kenyon Martin. And we're going the other way as Harden gets over to Korkmaz, back to Harden. Harden coming inside. Harden gets over to Daniel House. House from the wing kicks out to Korkmaz in the corner for 3. That's no good for Furkan Korkmaz. That'll be out of bounds, and it'll be Rockets ball. 2:31 left here in the first. James Harden trying to get something going here with the second unit. Trying to do whatever he can. As they'll inbound it now to Jalen Green, and Jalen Green will bring the ball down the floor. Green bringing the ball down the other end. Green taking a step back 3, and it's no good, and Sixers able to get the rebound here with James Harden. Harden bringing the ball down the other end. Harden coming inside. Harden tried to kick it out to Paul Reed, but James Harden fouled yet again here by Kenyon Martin Jr. A lot of juniors on this team. We have Kevin Porter Jr., we have Jabari Smith Jr., we have Kenyon Martin Jr., and Ty Washington Jr. We have four people with Jr. as part of their last name on this team. First one is missed at the line by James Harden. It's very rare that you see him do that. Very rare that you see James Harden miss a free throw. It's so rare. Daishen Nix also checking into the game for the Houston Rockets. Second one for James Harden at the line is good. Trying to put some points together here is James Harden. As Milton tries to get the steal, does not do so. Nix gets it over to Eric Gordon, and he will be fouled by Paul Reed. Paul Reed fouls Eric Gordon, and Eric Gordon will head to the line for 2 free throws here. So the Rockets are staying in this one with the Sixers, but the first one is no good at the line here for Eric Gordon. As for the moment, the Rockets will stay down by 4 points to the Sixers with 2:05 left in the first. Second one at the line is good for Eric Gordon to make it a 3-point game. Here we go. Here's James Harden with the ball. Harden looking for his options. Harden going step back 3 as usual ways, and that's good for the Beard. James Harden able to put in a step back 3 and get the Sixers hopefully right back on track while he's on his minutes restriction. Daishen Nix with the ball, being double teamed. Milton with great defense, though, regardless of it being out of bounds off of him. But at the end of the day, that's a great defensive play right there by Shake Milton. That's great defense. Daishen Nix with the ball, bringing it inside. Harden almost comes away with the steal, but turns out that it'll go out of bounds again here with 7 seconds on the shot clock this time. Minute 36 left here in the first. Daishen Nix to do the inbound again. Inbounds it, takes it. Nix gets it down to Martin, and Martin able to put in the layup for 2. Here we go for James Harden with the ball. Harden going to his left. Harden looking, dancing. Harden going step back 3 again. Almost made it again, and is rebounded by the Rockets. Tari Eason gets it over to Kenyon Martin. Gets it over to Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon matched up with Paul Reed. Why is Paul Reed on Eric Gordon? We'll get this down to Tari Eason, and that is good for Tari Eason. Right underneath the basket. Good lift for Tari Eason. Close game here. This team has a lot of talent. This team is going to be great in the future when they continue to rebuild. They might get Victor Wembanyama. You never know. As Milton gets it over to Harden, over to Milton. Milton puts it up for 2, and that's good for Shake Milton. Shake Milton's been really solid the last few games. Let's hope he can keep this up for the bench. As Daishawn Nix trying to put one up, that's no good. Milton comes away with the rebound. Harden collides with a man. And that is an ugly mistake by the Rockets. They completely missed the shot. Harden down to Daniel House, and that's good for Daniel House for 2. Daniel House right underneath the basket. Great pass by James Harden regardless. Eric Gordon to bring the ball down the floor. Shot clock unplugged. Towards the end of the first, Eric Gordon matched up with Daniel House Jr. Gordon coming inside. Gordon kicks it out. And is Tari Easton for 3 in the corner, and that's good. And it is too late to get the full court heave off, as that is not going to happen. And to end off the first quarter, the Philadelphia 76ers will lead the Houston Rockets at the end of the first quarter in a tight one, surprisingly, here in Houston. 30-27 at the end of the first quarter, as we will head to quarter number 2 with the Sixers up by 3 and a 3-point lead. Yeah, guys, it's been an up and down type of quarter. The thing that we mainly just need to stop doing is we just need to stop getting penalized left and right. We need to stop getting these foul calls, man. James Harden was surprisingly 12 points in just 5 minutes. I mean, I'll take that any day of the week. I'll take that any day of the week out of James Harden. And he's surprisingly our leading scorer in just 5 minutes of play. In surprisingly 5 minutes of play, James Harden is our leading scorer with 12 points, and then Joel Embiid with 11. 11 points and a rebound for Joel. 12 points, a rebound, and 3 assists for James Harden. Daniel House Jr. putting 4 points up off the bench. But yeah, guys, on that note, what I can take away is a solid first quarter by the Sixers. The main thing that we just have to stop doing is getting so many foul calls. I mean, in the whole first quarter, the Sixers overall got a total of 10 foul calls in the first quarter. The Rockets only got 5. So the Sixers need to stop being so careless with some of these foul calls that they're getting on both sides. Whether if it's a travel, a 3-second violation. Anything like that, man. Yeah, hopefully we get some bullpen help because Kyle Gibson left us. Eflin left us. I mean, we do have Wheeler still. We still have Nola. We still have Suarez. But, I mean, some bullpen help would definitely be fantastic. As the second quarter begins here, Daishawn Nix starting out with the ball here for the Houston Rockets to begin the second quarter, matching up with Shake Milton. We'll get this over to Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon matching up with Daniel House. Gordon, round of screen. Gordon taking a 3-pointer from the wing, and that's good for Eric Gordon. And that'll tie this one up at 30 points apiece on that note with that shot by Eric Gordon. Harden will get this over to Paul Reed. Reed gets it over to Harden. Harden gets it over to Daniel House. House kicks it out to Harris. Harris from the wing. Harris taking the 3-point shot. That's good for Tobias Harris. That's the first points of the night for Tobias Harris, and it comes here early in the second quarter. Deshaun Nix with the ball here for the Rockets. Gets it over. Number 6 over to Eric Gordon. Back to number 6 for 2. And he'll be fouled by Paul Reed underneath the basket. Kenyon Martin Jr. rather being fouled by Paul Reed. Kenyon Martin averaging about 11 points a game this season and about 5 rebounds a game. First one at the line for Kenyon Martin is good at the line here to make it back up to a 2-point game here. Still in the Sixers' favor. Only 50 seconds into the second quarter. Second one for Kenyon Martin Jr. at the line is good as well. So now it'll be 33-32. Sixers still with the lead here by 1. James Harden with the ball here. Actually, with Eric Gordon, gets over to Tobias Harris. Gets it over to Daniel House. Out to Harris in the corner. Harris with the baseline spins. Gets the ball back after losing it. Harris looking. Harris fading 2. No good. And it is rebounded by the Rockets. Deshaun Nix with the ball. Nix kicks it out. Tari Eason gets over to Eric Gordon. Gordon taking a 3 at the top of the key. A little too strong. And Paul Reed gets the rebound. Gets it over to James Harden. Harden gets it over to Milton. What a pass by James Harden. James Harden hopefully at some point will get back to his old ways in terms of his playmaking, because that's one of the things that he has been known for. That's one of the things that he has been known for in the past, and you already know he's going to be known for that in the future. Daniel House to go to the bench here. 35-32 ball game. Gordon tries to get it over to his teammate, but the ball is loose. Harden drops it down for Paul Reed. Reed spins, puts up a 2, no good. Paul Reed gets the rebound and is able to put it back. Paul Reed increasing the lead here for the Sixers to a 5-point lead over the Houston Rockets. Sean Nix gets it over to Kenyon Martin. He gets it over to Bruno Fernando. Not him. 16 being Usman Garuba. Garuba being called for the foul. Sengun gets back in the game as the inbounder here to Tari Eason. Eason will get this over to Deshaun Nix. Nix going inside. Nix spinning, losing the ball, trying to get it back. And this will be a backcourt violation here for Houston. So Paul Reed will go out of the game and Embiid to come back in. Harden with the ball. Harden coming inside, drops it down for Embiid. Embiid looking. Embiid taking the 2-point shot. That's no good and is rebounded by the Rockets with Sengun. Gets it over to Deshaun Nix. Gets it over to Tari Eason. Over to Eric Gordon. Over to Kenyon Martin, and that is good for Kenyon Martin Jr. from the wing. Here we go. There's James Harden with the ball. Harden going step back 3 from the wing, and that will be airballed, and we're going the other way with it. They're going to actually say it went off of Kenyon Martin. So the Sixers will surprisingly keep it in a wild turn of events. As James Harden will go to the bench here for the Sixers. Furkan Korkmaz will check back in, and Shake Milton will inbound the pass. Inbounds it to Harris. Harris from the side, that's no good, and is rebounded by the Rockets. Eric Gordon with the ball, round screen. Gets it over to Melton, gets it over to Sengun. Or rather, it's a turnover by the Sixers. And Sengun airballs it, and it's going to go the other way. Here we are. Shake Milton with the ball. Gets over to Embiid. Embiid matching up with Sengun. Embiid spins. Embiid puts it up for 2, and that's good for Joel Embiid. Increasing the lead to 4 yet again here for the Sixers. Gordon with the ball coming inside. It's over to Sengun, and Sengun with a beautiful play right there on Joel Embiid to make it back down to a 2-point deficit here for the Houston Rockets. Harris bringing this ball down the other end. Harris going to his left. Harris coming inside, kicks out to Korkmaz. Korkmaz, the pump fake specialist, shooting a 3. That's good for Furkan Korkmaz, and you can give him one more at the line. Furkan Korkmaz is the pump fake specialist. This man is the pump fake specialist. Sends Daishawn Nix right into the bench, and then takes a 3, and he's going to the line for one more. Beautiful. Furkan Korkmaz is the pump fake specialist. Make it official. Ease up, people. What's good, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through. Said, yo, what's up, bro? What's going on, man? Appreciate you for coming through. Hit that like button. And the A1 free throw for Korkmaz is missed at the line. But doesn't matter because Furkan Korkmaz is the pump fake specialist. Here we go. Here's Kevin Porter Jr. with the ball. Porter Jr. coming inside. Porter Jr. tries to get it over Sengun, and it's taken away by the Sixers. And Jalen Green tries to take it away, but the Sixers will keep it, though, as Jalen Green was the last one to go ahead and touch the ball. Sixers still up by 5 with 7:23 left here in the first half. Melton will inbound this here to Tobias Harris, and Tobias Harris will bring this ball down the floor. Harris looking for his options. Harris comes inside. Harris pump fakes, gets it over to Embiid. Embiid spinning around Sengun. Embiid getting double teamed. Embiid has to kick it out to Harris. Harris for 3 from the wing. That's good for Tobias Harris. Beautiful by Tobias Harris. And Tobias Harris, what a second quarter he's starting to have now. Hopefully he continues to ramp up like that with scores needed around Embiid and Harden. As Sengun gets this over to Jalen Green, back over to Sengun, and he will slam that in for 2. Here's Tobias Harris with the ball. Harris on the baseline, tries to drop down to Korkmaz. Does do so. Sixers up by 6, 45-39. So far, it's continuing to look like a good game still. It's still a good game by far. Max Daniels, what's good, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through, man. Hit that like button. Appreciate you for coming through. Day's been going good. It's been a good day for me. Hopefully you're doing well as well, my guy. Hopefully everyone's doing well, man, on this Monday night. You know, wrapping up your day, you know, just watching sports per the usual, whether if it's NFL football for Monday night, watching the Bucks and Saints game, or if you're watching NBA, whether if it's the Sixers game or any of the other NBA games on. Hopefully you guys are doing very well on this Monday night, man. Appreciate everyone that's hitting the like button. Appreciate everybody. Guys, 2 subscribers away from that 500. You guys know what I'm talking about when I mean 500. I'm talking about that 500, man. I'm talking about that 500. Yeah, Sixers still up by 6 at the moment. I hope you guys soon. I almost have 30 LOL. Yeah, man, we're 2 subs away. We're 2 subs away. Ease up, people. 2 subs away, man. You know what I'm talking about, ladies and gents, when I mean that 500. You know what I'm talking about. Here we go. Here's Korkmaz gets out to Melton in the corner for 3. No good. Rebounded by Sengun. We'll get this over to Jalen Green, who will lose the ball. Harris has it. Gets it down to Korkmaz. Korkmaz for 3. That comes up short. Sixers get the rebound. Harris out to Embiid. Embiid gets the rebound. Embiid puts it up for 2. It's good. Joel Embiid with 15 points now in the first half. Embiid has done very well. Sengun, I believe, took the 3. 25 for... Actually, no, that was Garrison Matthews. I forgot they got him. As Milton gets this over to Tobias Harris, who gets it over to Embiid. Embiid putting up a 2. It's no good, and Jalen Green gets the rebound. Garrison Matthews getting some early run here. And I don't know what this foul was called here. Is Sengun trying to go ahead and do some? PJ Tucker check back into the game here for the Sixers. Going ahead and replacing Furkan Korkmaz. Here we go, just under 5.5 minutes left. They inbound this here to Kevin Porter, who gets it over. Or rather, Jabari Smith Jr. to Kevin Porter. Porter with the finger roll layup, no good. And Milton able to get this one out. And it's going to stay with the Sixers here. It'll be a timeout here by the Rockets. Guys, let's make it one more to that 500. You guys know what I'm talking about when I mean that 500. You know what I'm talking about. One away. Come on now. Guys, we're still waiting on that last one, man. We're still waiting on that last one. Who's hitting that subscribe button to make it 500? Who's hitting it? Yes, sir, Isaac. You already know, man. You already know. Y'all know what I'm talking about when I mean that 500. You know we've been sticking in the 400s for maybe like... When was the time when I did the one Mets game? I have time to look real quick. When did I do the one Mets game? For the Phillies. See, let's see how long we've been sitting at in the 400s for. Guys, we've been sitting in the 400s for looks like about like 3 months, man. So we get one more subscriber. We finally get into the 500s for the first time in 3 months. We hit another milestone as Montrezl Harrell checks into the game for the first time. Gets over to Harris, who shoots a 2. That's no good for Tobias Harris, but is rebounded by the Rockets. Here we go. Kevin Porter tries to get it over to Jabari Smith Jr., but PJ Tucker deflects it out of bounds, and it will stay Rockets ball with 12 seconds on the shot clock. As they'll inbound this here to Garrison Matthews, who gets it over to Jalen Green. Green coming inside. Green puts up a 2. No good for Jalen Green, and is rebounded by the Sixers. Melton gets the rebound and gets it over to Tobias Harris. Harris gets it over to Shake Milton. Milton backs up, and a foul is called here, I do believe, against Garrison Matthews. Under 4.5 minutes left here in the first half. They'll inbound now to Shake Milton, who will get this over to Tobias Harris. Harris looking for his options, gets it over to Shake Milton. Milton puts up a 3. That's no good, and is rebounded by the Rockets here with Jabari Smith Jr., the rookie from Auburn. Jabari Smith Jr. gets it over to Garrison Matthews, who gets it over to Kevin Porter Jr. Porter Jr. coming inside, kicks it out to Garrison Matthews for 3. It's no good, but a foul will be called here against the Sixers, and it will be called against Shake Milton in particular. Three free throws coming in here for Garrison Matthews. First one, no good at the line. First one, no good at the line for Garrison Matthews. 4:01 left. Second one is good as well. Second one's good for Garrison Matthews. So 1 for 2 on this trip to the line for Garrison Matthews on this trip. And the third one is also good for Garrison Matthews. So Garrison Matthews will go 2 for 3 from the line in this one. Here we go. Here's Shake Milton with the ball. In a 3-point game here, Milton coming inside. Milton gets it over to Harris. Harris at the wing gets it over to DeAnthony Melton. Melton coming inside the baseline. Milton kicks it over to Shake Milton for 2, and it's good for Shake Milton. That was huge for Shake when it matters. Garrison Matthews gets it over to, I believe that is Jalen Green. Jalen Green coming inside, kicks it out to Kevin Porter Jr. Kevin Porter Jr. shooting the 3, and that's good for Kevin Porter Jr. from the wing. From the left wing is good for Kevin Porter Jr. Harris kicks it out to Tucker, who gets it over to Melton. Melton, looking for his options, gets it over to Montrezl Harrell. Harrell kicks it out to DeAnthony Melton. Melton gets it over to Harrison at the wing for 3, and that's good for Tobias Harris. 3 for 3 from 3-point range is Tobias Harris as he hits another one from the wing. Here we go, Sengun with the ball, gets over to Garrison Matthews for 3. It's no good, and Montrezl Harrell gets the rebound and gets it over to DeAnthony Melton. Melton gets it over to Shake Milton. Milton kicks it out to Harris in the corner for 3. That's good for Tobias Harris. You can call Tobias Harris Mr. 3-pointer automatic. Because 4 for 4 from 3-point range is Tobias Harris. Jalen Green, the reverse layup is good. They'll make it back to a 6-point deficit for the Rockets. Melton with the ball. Round the screen, gets it over to Shake Milton. Milton kicks it out to DeAnthony Melton. Melton for 3. No good, and Tucker does not get the rebound. Instead, it is the rookie from Auburn, Jabari Smith Jr. Jabari Smith Jr. coming inside, kicks it out to Jalen Green. Green coming inside. Green puts it up for 2. No good, and they're going to call one against the Sixers here, and they're going to call it against PJ Tucker. Tobias Harris so far to start this one has been pretty electrifying, to say the least. Whenever he's gotten open, he's been taking advantage of the three-point shots. Minute 55 left here in the first half. First one for Jalen Green at the line is good. Close one here, but the Sixers still have the lead by 5 as of right now. Can be 4. Jalen Green makes the second one with a minute 55 left here in the first half. Jalen Green with 11 points in the first half, 3 for 7 from the field, 3 rebounds, 2 assists as well. Second one for Jalen Green is also good at the line to make it a 4-point game here, with the Sixers still on top by 4:55 to 51. James Harden bringing this ball down the other end. Harden around the screen. Harden coming inside. Gets over to Montrezl Harrell. Harrell gets it back. Tries to put up a 2, and that's taken away by the Rockets. The Rockets said, no, sir. Eric Gordon lobs it over. It's over to his guy. It's Kevin Porter Jr. Porter Jr. spins. Porter Jr. taking 3 from the wing. That's good for Kevin Porter Jr. And it's a 1-point game here in Houston. Rockets down by 1. Minute 20 left here in the first half. Harden with the ball. Harden coming inside. Harden spinning. Harden fades for 2. No good, and Tucker cannot get the rebound. Jabari Smith Jr. with the ball here. Jabari Smith Jr. matching with Montrezl Harrell, gets over to Kevin Porter Jr. Porter Jr. looking for his options. Porter Jr. gets over to Jabari Smith Jr. Jabari Smith Jr. taking the 2-point shot. No good. Harris gets the rebound. Who will get this over to James Harden. Harden looking for his options. Around the screen he goes. Harden comes inside. Harden the layup. No good, and Harrell does not put it back either. Garrison Matthews gets it over to Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon coming inside. Eric Gordon kicks it out. Jalen Green shooting a 3 from the wing. No good, and the Rockets cannot put it back, but it'll be out of bounds off the hand of Tobias Harris, and he'll stay with the Rockets with 14 seconds on the shot clock. Jalen Green and Tobias Harris were battling for it, but it goes off the hand of Tobias Harris last. And they'll inbound this here to Jalen Green. Jalen Green trying to set up the entire offense. Sixers will have time for one more shot. Jalen Green, bring it inside. And it's too easy for Jalen Green. Just like that, the Rockets will have the lead by 1, 56 to 55. First lead for the Rockets tonight. Harden taking a 3. No good. It's rebounded by the Rockets. One more. And it's no good for the Rockets. We go into the half with the Houston Rockets taking their first lead tonight late in the first half. As at the end of the first half, they will lead the Philadelphia 76ers by 1, 56 to 55, as we go into halftime. Just hang on, guys, as I quickly edit the scoreboard out here. All right, guys, there you go. There's your first half score. There's your first half score right there, ladies and gentlemen. Sixers down by 1 of the Houston Rockets right now, 56 to 55. You know, rough way to end off the first half. Not taking advantage of the points. Got to clean it up in the second half, man. Bruce Orb, what's good, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through. When it is halftime, appreciate you for coming through, man. Hit that like button if you have not done so, my guy. It's a fly, let's fly. Absolutely, man. Israel Robertson said, Bruce. Bruce Robertson said our run D was outstanding. Henry and the Titans were no match. That's a fact. I know you said on another one of my videos. And, you know, it was clearly stated. It was clear facts. And you already know what it is, Bruce Harper. Appreciate you for stopping by, though. Appreciate you for coming through. As now, ladies and gentlemen, we will go over these halftime stats before we take the halftime break. As starting off for the Philadelphia 76ers side, Joel Embiid leads the way for the Philadelphia 76ers with 15 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. Tobias Harris with 12 points, a rebound, and an assist each. James Harden with 10 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists in 23 minutes. I thought Harden was going to be on a minutes restriction. Maybe it'll be in the second half. Who knows? And then Shake Milton putting up 6 points, a rebound, and 2 assists off the bench. DeAnthony Melton putting up 3 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists in the starting lineup. Furkan Korkmaz with 3 points straight up, and Paul Reed with 2 points and 3 rebounds to end off the first half for the Philadelphia 76ers. Now over to the Houston Rockets side. Jalen Green leads the way for the Houston Rockets with 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Kevin Porter Jr. with 11 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. Kenyon Martin with 7 points and a rebound. Jabari Smith Jr. with 6 points and 5 rebounds. Tari Eason with 5 points and 3 rebounds. Eric Gordon with 4 points, a rebound, and 3 assists. And Alperen Sengun with 4 points and 4 rebounds to end off the first half for the Houston Rockets. Now to the team stats now. The Philadelphia 76ers are shooting the ball 45.2% from the field to the Houston Rockets, 46.9%. Philadelphia 76ers are shooting the ball 50% from three-point range to the Houston Rockets, 41.2%. The Philadelphia 76ers are shooting the ball 81.8% from the free throw line to the Houston Rockets, 86.4%. The Houston Rockets are out-rebounding the Philadelphia 76ers 21-14, but the Sixers are doing it offensively 4-3. Sixers with more assists than the Rockets in the first half, 12-8. Rockets with more blocks in the first half than the Sixers, 1-0. Sixers with more steals than the Rockets, 4-2. Sixers also winning the turnover battle over the Houston Rockets, 10-5. Sixers also with more points in the paint than the Houston Rockets, 20-16. And then a total of 25 personal fouls called in that first half, 15 on the Philadelphia 76ers and 10 on the Houston Rockets. And ladies and gentlemen, before we get to the halftime break, let's continue to roll through this chat here. What's your opinion on the Trey Turner signing? It's a great signing, man. Wasn't surprised that we were going to get Trey Turner because we were kind of the favorites to go ahead and get Trey Turner. And at the end of the day, it's a great move. And the fact that Gene Segura is off this team, this can mean that Bryson Stott moves over to second base. I think it's official that he's going to move over to second base. But, it'll all depend on what Rob Thompson wants to do with this lineup at the end of the day, which he'll figure out at some point. But, it's a great move at the end of the day, bringing Trey Turner into this team. Thank you for letting me be here. No problem, man. Absolutely. As long as you're supporting the channel, you're not spamming, you're not showing disrespect. Everyone's always welcome here, no matter what fan base anyone is. I'm sorry, but Harden is killing us again. He's not killing us, man. He's not killing us whatsoever. Harden's trying to do whatever he can. This is his first game back in, 14 games. So, obviously, we're not really seeing a lot of points from the field for James Harden, but he's trying to give us whatever he can. He's giving us whatever he can in the first half. He's not going to be perfect whatsoever after being absent for 14 games straight. He's not going to be the perfect man that he is and be the Steph Currys, the Jason Tatums, the Kevin Durant's, the Giannis Antetokounmpos. He's not going to be like that coming off of an injury, Bruce Harper. I'm sorry. He's not going to be like that. You're 1 for 6 from the field. I understand, but he's shaking off the rust and he's on a minutes restriction, which apparently so far in the first half, Doc Rivers has not showed that, as so far he has played James Harden in 23 of the 24 minutes available in the first half, which is unacceptable if you're saying he's on a minutes restriction, which is just ridiculous at this point. I feel you're just right about moving to second base because, yeah, I believe I am right because at the end of the day, we're not having Stott as a depth piece. The only thing we're doing with Bryson Stott is moving him to second base because we're putting Trey Turner at shortstop. No questions asked. Pray right about Harder. If he doesn't play out to what you think his true potential is, we won't do well. It's a fact, man. But, we have other players that can score too. Obviously, we don't have Maxey back. But, Tobias Harris has been stepping up in the first half. Obviously, Joel Embiid's showing his greatness. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, we are going to take the halftime break like we always do. You all pretty much know the drill, man. Go get a snack, go get a drink, go to the bathroom, do whatever you guys need to do. in order to get ready for the second half of this one between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Houston Rockets. And ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you all back here for the second half. All right, guys, I'm back here ready to go for the second half. Let's see what the Sixers can do, and let's see what they've corrected. Go back to the comment section here. When Mad Max is back and Tyrese Maxey will be awesome. Yeah, let's hope so, man. Let's hope we'll be like that. But, James Harden, Tobias Harris, and Joel Embiid were the top 3 players to perform in that first half. James Harden's doing all he can. Tobias Harris doing whatever he can, and same with Joel Embiid. Those 3 players need to keep continuing to do what they're doing right now. And a few more players have to step up to the plate as well. DeAnthony Melton has to get up there. Tucker has to put up some points. Shake Milton has to put something up off the bench. And not to mention, we have to find a way to get the bench going without Georges Niang, because Niang has pretty much been our best bench player, pretty much almost if not the whole season off the bench. Georges Niang has been our best bench player. And not to mention, they said Doc Rivers said he put James Harden on a minutes restriction. Doc is a liar, seriously. Here we go. Here's Kevin Porter Jr. begin the second half. Gets it over to Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon coming inside. Eric Gordon losing the ball to begin, and an early turnover to begin the second half here by the Houston Rockets. Here we go. James Harden will inbound this here to Tobias. Gets it over back to James Harden. Harden spinning. Harden gets it over to Tucker. Gets it over to Harris. Harris coming inside. Gets it over to Embiid. Embiid matching up with Sengun. Embiid looking. Embiid's coming inside. Embiid kicks it out to Harden. Over to Melton. Over to Tucker. Tucker has to release it. Try to go for the bank shot. And it's not going to happen. It's going to be a shot clock violation here for P.J. Tucker. Sixers need to get going here in the second half, man. They got to find a way to start out fast. Can hardly make any mistakes, but here we go. Here's Kevin Porter Jr. Gets it over to Jalen Green. Green matching up here with DeAnthony Melton. Gets it over to Kevin Porter Jr. Kevin Porter Jr. coming inside. Porter Jr. kicks out to Jalen Green. Jalen Green's wide open from the wing. No good. Tobias Harris gets the rebound. He will get this out to James Harden. Harden around the screen. Harden coming inside. Harden flips out to Harris. Harris puts it up for 2. No good, but he'll head to the line for 2 free throws, as this one is going to be called against Jabari Smith Jr., the rookie from Auburn yet again getting a lot of the action. Tobias Harris to go ahead and shoot the 2 free throws at the line since he was the one being fouled. First one for Tobias Harris is good at the line, so that'll tie up this ball game at 56 points apiece. And the second one for Tobias Harris is also good at the line, so on that trip, Tobias Harris goes 2 for 2. Here we go. Rockets to take possession of it again as Kevin Porter Jr. gets us over to Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon gets it over to Kevin Porter Jr., over to Jalen Green. Green losing it for a second, gets it over to Kevin Porter. Porter matching up with DeAnthony Melton coming inside. Porter puts one up for 2, and that is good with a little bit of help from Sengun. But they're able to get it go either way as the Rockets are back up by 1 over the Sixers. Harden with the ball coming inside. Harden kicks it out to Embiid. Embiid spins around Sengun. Embiid trying to put up a 2. It's no good, but Embiid did go to the line for 2. As this one is a foul called on Alperen Sengun. And Embiid will head to the line for 2 to try to give the Sixers a 1-point lead right back. Joel Embiid with 15 points, 2 rebounds, 6 for 11 shooting from the field for Joel Embiid. First one for Embiid at the line is good. Hey, the Flyers won a game for once. Hallelujah! The Flyers won a game. Praise God. Second one for Embiid at the line is good as well. And just like that, the Sixers will regain a 1-point lead. Kevin Porter Jr. with the ball here for the Rockets, matching up with DeAnthony Melton. Gets us over to Alperen Sengun. Sengun being surrounded will lose the ball. Melton picks it up and gets it out to Embiid over to Harden. Harden bringing this ball down the floor, gets it over to Embiid. Embiid putting it in for two with the little floater. And Embiid increasing the Sixers' lead to 3 over the Houston Rockets with 9:45 left in the third. Jalen Green gets it over to Eric Gordon for 3, and that's no good. And it'll be out of bounds off of, I think, Tobias and Embiid. It went off of Tobias and Embiid, so it'll stay with the Rockets here. But Kevin Porter Jr. to inbound this here to Jalen Green and does so. Jalen Green matching up with DeAnthony Melton, looking for his options, comes inside. Green puts up a 2. That's good for Jalen Green for the second-year man. Good sophomore season being performed by Jalen Green overall. James Harden with the ball, gets it over to Tucker. Tucker gets it over to Harris, over to Melton. Melton gets it back over to Harris, over to Embiid, over to Harris again. Harris puts up a 2, and that's good for Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris finding a way to put some of these buckets in and take the opportunities while he can. As Jalen Green gets it over to Sengun, back to Green. We'll get this over to Kevin Porter Jr., who will slam for 2. And it'll make it down to a 1-point deficit yet again for the Houston Rockets. Harden loses the ball, but he will be fouled by Kevin Porter Jr. instantly. And Embiid inbounds this to Harden. That's number 3 on Kevin Porter Jr. Harden kicks it out to Harris. Harris shooting a 3 from the wing, and that's going to come up short and is rebounded by the Rockets. Speaking of Kevin Porter Jr., he gets the rebound. Kevin Porter Jr. coming inside. Porter Jr. matching up with James Harden. Porter Jr. puts up a 2, and that's good for Kevin Porter Jr., and they'll head to the line for 1 more. And that'll give the Rockets the lead by 1. Foul's called on James Harden. Kevin Porter Jr. with 17 points, 6 for 9 from the field, 3 for 4 from three-point range. The free throw is also good by Kevin Porter Jr. He's having a great game tonight, regardless. Here we go. There's PJ Tucker, gets it over to Joel Embiid. Embiid pump fakes. Embiid spins. Embiid loses it. And Jabari Smith Jr. is going to be called for the foul. He's like, I didn't even do anything. That's going to be Jabari Smith Jr.'s 4th if this stands, which I believe it is going to stand. And that's going to be 4 fouls on Jabari Smith Jr., and they're surprisingly keeping him in. I am really surprised they're keeping Jabari Smith Jr. in when he is sitting on 4 fouls right now. First one for Joel Embiid at the line is good. And Joel Embiid is the first player for the Sixers that maybe overall over 20 points tonight. Second one from Embiid at the line is also good. Great shooting night so far from Joel Embiid. Let's see this the rest of the way, Joel. Let's see this the rest of the way. As Embiid is able to tie this one up as well at 65 points apiece. Kevin Porter Jr. gets it over to Jabari Smith Jr. Jabari Smith Jr. coming inside and is blocked by Joel Embiid. Embiid said, get that weak stuff out of here. Embiid said, get that weak stuff out of here. Not in your house, not in our house, not in anyone's house. Harden tries to put it over to Harris, and that is taken away by the Rockets. Kevin Porter Jr. with the ball. Coming inside, gets over to Sengun, and Sengun is met by Embiid. Embiid said, get that weak stuff out of here. Harden gets over to Harris, who comes inside. Harris looking for his options, trying to set the offense, gets it over to Embiid, over to Harden. Harden coming inside. Harden tries to get it over to Tucker, but is deflected out of bounds by Jalen Green, and it will keep it a 65-65 game, with this game still tied at 65 points apiece. Shake Milton stepping back in here for the Philadelphia 76ers. James Harden to go to the bench. Doc Rivers, you need to show us what a minutes restriction means to James Harden right now, man. Here we go. There's D'Anthony Melton with the ball. Melton dancing. Melton kicks it out to Embiid. Embiid has to release it. And he will not get it in time. And it is going to be Rockets basketball. Good hustle. Apparently too much contact. Apparently too much contact made by the Sixers. Regardless. It's number 3 on PJ Tucker tonight. But here we go. Kevin Porter Jr. gets us over to Jalen Green. Jalen Green, the layup is good. And just like that, the Rockets are back out in front. They're back in the driver's seat. Here we go. Shake Milton with the ball. Sixers need to respond. Milton puts it up for 2. No good, and the Rockets get the rebound. They're all over that. Jabari Smith Jr. gets us over to Kevin Porter Jr. Porter Jr. gets it over to Sengun, who was met by Embiid originally, and he gets it past Embiid, and a timeout is called by Doc Rivers. And you know it is needed up to this point. It's time for the Sixers to adjust, and they need to adjust now. We got to stop slacking. We can't be slacking up to this point, man. We can't be losing by this many points to the Houston Rockets. But yeah, guys, appreciate the 4 people still sticking through in the chat, man. Appreciate everybody. But yeah, man, this is probably going to be one of these games. It's going to be one of these games where the Sixers and the Rockets just end up keeping this game close. It's going to be one of these games, isn't it? But yeah, guys, it's just about to be one of these games, isn't it? And it's going to be down to the final minute. We'll see what happens at the end of this game, Bruce. I mean, I can see it coming down to the last second. You never know what's going to happen, though, my guy. Oh, I thought this was going to be an easy one. No game is ever easy, Bleacher. No game is ever easy. This is a team that has a lot of potential with a ton of talent around them. They're displaying the talent in this game tonight. No team is a weak team by any means. If they come out and they play bad, they play bad. If they play good, then they play good. Just like the last game. Exactly. It has to be one of these games, doesn't it? Doc Rivers has to make our heart rates go up, doesn't he? But here we go. Shea Milton with the ball gets over to Tobias Harris. Harris trying to set up the offense, gets it over to Embiid. Embiid kicks out to Shake Milton, over to Melton in the corner for 3. And that's good for D'Anthony Melton. That shot is huge from D-Melt in the corner. Here we go. Here's Jalen Green with the ball, matching up here with Shake Milton. Jalen Green coming inside. Green puts one up for two. It's no good, and is rebounded by the Sixers. Here we go. Here's Embiid putting it up for two, and Embiid will head the line for 2 free throws. Always good, but I think we might be able to do better. We'll find out how the rest of the way goes, Bruce. As the first one at the line for Joel Embiid is good. Joel Embiid's having another good game as usual. I wouldn't expect anything less from Joel. Sengun to take a seat for the Houston Rockets. Sixers in the bonus, looking to take the lead, and Embiid will not give them the lead. He will tie the game, but will not give the Sixers the lead over the Rockets. Kevin Porter Jr. with the ball gets over to Jalen Green for two, and it's good for Jalen Green. Here we go. Here's D'Anthony Melton with the ball gets over to Joel Embiid. Embiid spinning. Embiid trying to get the ball back. Embiid kicks it out to Melton, over to Harris, over to Milton. Milton gets over to Embiid. Embiid dancing. Embiid taking a step back two. That's good for Joel Embiid. Make it 24 points on the night for Joel Embiid. Here we go. Kevin Porter Jr. taking a three at the top of the key. No good. And the putback on that one right there. Harris taking a three from the wing. That's good for Tobias Harris. And Tobias Harris really bouncing back. Tobias with 19. Porter Jr. gets it over. Gets it over, and it is good for the Rockets. Milton with the ball gets over to Harris. Harris matching up, coming inside. Harris is going to spin. Harris going to dance. Harris spinning around again. It is good, but he will be called for the travel. That's number 3 on Tobias Harris tonight. This man in the championship series. I mean, we got to find a way to beat Georgia, man. If you're talking about that. If we would beat Georgia, we'll see if we can pull off the upset, man. Jalen Green gets it over to 17. Fernando gets it over to Green, back to Fernando for 3, and that's good for Fernando. Which to Joel looks amazing. Yeah, we got to bring some help around him. Same with Tobias, too. And a little bit of James Harden here and there. Here we go. Here's Shake Milton with the layup. That's good for Shake Milton. Here we go. It's really going to be one of these games, isn't it? Here we go. Embiid trying to say that the block was clean. On number 6. And they'll send number 6 to the line here for the Houston Rockets. Should have been a clean block, but I think Embiid touched the shoulder. I think Embiid touched the shoulder of number 6. Joel Embiid's now on 4 personal fouls in this game. So eventually we're going to need like Paul Reed or Montrezl Harrell to step in at some point later on in this game. Here we go. Here's Joel Embiid with the ball. That's Kenyon Martin actually putting it in. Or rather, putting in the free throws, rather. As Joel Embiid gets fouled, and he'll step to the line for 2. Foul called against Fernando. Go Milton, clean block. Dude never had the dunk. But yeah, he never had the dunk, but Joel Embiid made contact with the player. You learn how to box out better. These rebounds are out of hand. Yeah, exactly. First one for Embiid at the line is good. We have to be careful, though, on Joel Embiid's foul count at this point. Because Joel Embiid goes out of this game. We're relying on Tobias Harris and probably James Harden to start scoring points. And we can't have that with Joel Embiid having this type of upper performance right now. Second one is good at the line for Joel Embiid as well. Joel Embiid's on 4 personals, man, so we have to be careful. You see Georges Niang on the bench in street clothes, not playing in tonight's game. Here goes Kevin Porter Jr. with the ball. Porter Jr. matching up with Tobias Harris. Porter Jr. looking around the screen. And foul's called, I think. And foul's called against the Sixers. He got posted with that dunk. Looks like a defensive 3-second violation, I do believe. But yeah, man, it's a 1-point game in Houston. Rockets lead by 179-78 over the Sixers. I'm telling you guys, this game is going to come down to the wire. But Sixers, man, we got to find a way to come out of here with the dub. And we got to reset for Friday. But yeah, guys, this is just going to be one of those games that just come down to the wire. I already know it. It's going to be one of these games. I just know it's going to be one of these games that just have to come down to the wire. I just know it. I just know it's going to be one of these games that just have to come down to the wire. I mean, I really don't have much to blame on Doc Rivers. I got to blame this on the players, on the reason why we're making this so close with the Rockets. I mean, there's been bad decision-making all around. There's been horrific efforts at rebounding. There's just been bad efforts all the way around. Not on Doc Rivers, but on the players, honestly. I honestly, guys, I'm being an honest man. I cannot blame anything on Doc Rivers, honestly. The only thing I could take away from Doc Rivers is that, number one, you let James Harden play almost, if not the whole first half. And second of all, you are still playing Joel Embiid with 4 fouls in this game. Like, sub someone in for Joel Embiid and reduce the minutes for James Harden like you're doing right now. Because you played James Harden 23 of those 24 minutes in the first half. That's unacceptable when you clearly stated that James Harden was going to be on a minutes restriction. So far, you lied in that first half, and the second half, you better start changing that, Doc. That's the only thing I'm going to take away from Doc Rivers. But apart from all that crap, apart from all that nonsense, I got to blame this on the players, on the reason why this game is so close. Yeah. Again, I do believe this is a defensive 3-second violation on the Sixers because there's no technical or flagrant assist to anyone. But the Sixers are going to need some help here to try to get back in this one. 3-second violation free throw, no good at the line for Kevin Porter Jr. So it was A 3-second violation free throw and possession. The free throw is no good, but possession is in the hands of the Rockets. Kevin Porter Jr. spins. Porter Jr. gets it over to 17. 17 backing in, putting up a 2. That's good for number 17. And they're able to put it in for 2. 3-point game, 81-78. That was Tari Eason. And Eason tries to put it back and cannot do so, but he'll head to the line for 2 as this one's called against Shake Milton. This is another thing. Too many penalties. Too many foul calls. This is another reason why I mostly have blamed this game on the players and not Doc Rivers. This is why. There's too many foul calls against us. We have to be better than this. If we don't have this many foul calls, we're probably beating this team by maybe 10 points plus. But no, we're down by freaking 5 because we can't stay safe from fouls to save our lives. Seriously. Milton gets this over to Tobias Harris, who gets it over to Paul Reed. Reed gets it over to Shake Milton. Milton puts one up for 2. No good. And is rebounded by the Rockets. Green gets it over to Fernando for 2. And it's no good. And he's heading back to the line for 2. Jeez Louise. Can't stand this, man. I can't stand this. Why does it have to be us fouling these players left and right? Why? First one is good at the line for Fernando. Just why must it have to be us? Why? Why are we down to the Houston Rockets right now? A team that's rebuilding, a team that has a good team, a team that's going to have a bright future, but a team we should not be losing to right now. There is no excuse to be losing to this team whatsoever. Yeah, it is crazy, man. But here we go. Milton gets it over to Tobias Harris. Harris gets it over to Daniel House. House gets it over to Milton. Milton puts it up for 2. No good. Rebounded by the Rockets. Jeez Louise. Can't catch a break. Eric Gordon now with the ball. Gordon coming inside. Gordon. Going off of Paul Reed, putting it in for 2. Jeez Louise. We can't catch a break. Why are we losing to the Houston Rockets? I don't understand. Milton in the corner for 3. That's good. Thank you, Shake Milton. You finally did something. Let's get back in this, please. Please, let's get back in this. Goodness. Eric Gordon with the ball. Gets over to Daishen Nix. Nix kicks it over to Martin, who is stripped. It will stay Rockets ball, but only 2.5 seconds left on the shot clock. 50 seconds left here in the third. Bruce, I hope so, man. We have to find a way, but I hope so. Nix inbounds it, shoots a 3. Not even close. Harris gets the rebound. And Harris is stripped. And Harris just with terrible ball handles. House gets it over to Paul Reed. Rockets back up by 7. Milton setting up the offense. Milton gets over to Harris. Harris a 3 from the wing is good. Tobias Harris. Thank you, Tobias Harris. Now I forgive you after losing the ball on that last turnover that you had. Next with the ball, matching up with Shake Milton. Next, still looking for his options here. Sixers should have one more shot attempt coming up after this. Next, coming inside, kicks it out. And Easton able to get this to go for 2. Sixers have time for one more. Milton does not get this off in time. And it doesn't even matter, as the shot was not even close to being made. And going into the fourth quarter, the Philadelphia 76ers are down by 6 to the Houston Rockets at the end of the third as we head into the fourth quarter with the Sixers down by 6. But yeah, guys, it's not looked good for the Sixers, man. It has not looked good. Rockets led it at halftime. They lead it by 6 here at the end of the third quarter. Yeah, this is a sad score, man. I don't know how we're down by 6 to the Houston Rockets. And not to mention, our players on defense are doing absolutely abysmal. That also, not to mention the fact our players on defense are doing absolutely terrible. Where is the effort on defense, guys? We see the effort on offense, okay? We can clearly see that. Where is the effort on defense? What are we, standing as sticks whenever we're on defense? Like, come on now. That's unacceptable. You can't be standing like a stick on defense. You can't. You can't do it. You can't stand like a stick on defense and expect to do something good for the team. You just can't do it. Opinion on Kyrie Irving? You know, Kyrie Irving, good player, good second option to Kevin Durant. And, you know, him coming off the suspension that he had really helped out in my opinion, it helps out the Nets a lot. Because otherwise, who else are they supposed to rely on? Ben Simmons? No. Seth Curry? No. Who else are they supposed to rely on? Kyrie Irving is the second option to Kevin Durant. Here we go. Beginning of the fourth quarter. This is the quarter. This is it. Korkmaz with the ball, puts up a 2. It's no good. Paul Reed's able to put it back. Here we go. Sengun with the ball here, matching up with Paul Reed. Sengun backing in. Sengun spinning. Sengun still matching up with Paul Reed. Paul Reed gets a block. And Sengun loses it. Korkmaz came away with it, but Sengun is fouled by James Harden. We should try to get Kyrie if the Nets will be willing to trade him. I don't think the Nets are going to go ahead and get rid of Kyrie. Also, they want to just blow up that franchise even more. A Sengun with the ball. Is over to Knicks, over to Eric Gordon for 3. That's good for Eric Gordon. Can we please defend these guys? What are we doing on defense? Are we doing a lack of defense? Is this National Lack of Defense Day, or what is this? Yo. Someone gets in a little. Easton, I do believe, gotten a little. In a little cluster with Korkmaz. And Paul Reed was fouled, so he'll head to the line for 2. And Reed will go to the line for 2 free throws. Foul called on Sengun. Would be awesome with Embiid, Mad Max, and Kyrie. Yeah, if we were to do that and not be willing to give up Harden, we would have to go ahead and put Maxey on the bench. That's the thing. Which, I mean, he would provide some good bench scoring, not going to lie to you. Not going to lie to you. It'd be hard to figure out where to put everyone, but it'd have to be Maxey off the bench if we're going to go ahead and do that. Sengun now with 5 fouls. Paul Reed misses both free throws. Come on, B-ball, Paul. You're better than that from the free throw line. Sengun with the ball, guarded by 3 guys, and they're still picking up offensive rebounds. Are you serious? What are we doing dancing around in La La Land? Harden a 3. No one picking up rebounds. Nobody picks up a rebound. This is unbelievable. How are we not picking up rebounds? I don't get it. Why do we look so sloppy? We look so sloppy. We look so careless. It's unreal. And great, another foul called against the Sixers. Whoop-de-doo. Guys, I can't stand this, man. I don't know why our defense is lacking. Apparently, the only thing that came to show up was our offense. Our defense is not doing anything right now. They aren't doing you-know-what. Eric Gordon with the ball, matching up with James Harden. Eric Gordon coming inside, putting one up for two. It's no good. P.J. Tucker gets a rebound. Thank you, P.J. Tucker. Pick up your offensive rebounds, or your defensive rebounds, rather. Harden with the ball, coming it down to Paul Reed. Reed going reverse, no good. And he'll head to the line for two with a chance of redemption from his two missed free throws earlier. I can tell you why we're playing sloppy basketball, bad coaching, and bad practicing. I can't blame it on Doc Rivers, Bruce. I can't. I can't blame this on Doc Rivers tonight. First one's good at the line for Paul Reed. Bruce, I know you might disagree with me, but I can't blame this on Doc Rivers. I can't. The players are who you have to blame it on, and it's a little bit of everybody. You know, maybe minus Joel Embiid, but everyone takes blame out of all the players, and Doc Rivers doesn't. Doc Rivers has no blame for this game. Maybe for the smallest details, but Doc Rivers does not take blame for this game apart from those small details, man. The players are who you have to blame for this. Second one for Paul Reed is good at the line, so it's back to a 7-point game. 9:40 left there in this one. In Houston, this one has been a slow go. Embiid to get back in this one soon, hopefully, because it is very well needed. Knicks gets it over to Gordon, back over to Knicks. Knicks coming inside. Knicks drops it down to Eason. Eason's blocked by Paul Reed. That's a shot clock violation here for the Sixers. Great job by Paul Reed to hold on to the ball. Paul Reed responding greatly. Players must learn. I agree. Yeah, you have to blame it on the players, man, because the players were not taking advantage of every opportunity that were being given by the Rockets right now. You have to blame it on the players. You can't blame it on Doc Rivers. You can't. If you blame it on Doc Rivers, in my opinion, you are crazy. 3 walks for Paul Reed, 6 points. Harden with the ball. Harden coming inside. Harden puts it up for 2. No good. Harden trying to put it back. Thibault gets the rebound. Out to Tucker. Tucker gets it over to Daniel House. Gets it over to James Harden. Harden looking. Harden going step back 3. That's good for James Harden. Thank you, James. Thank you, James. Being defended by Garuba. And this one is going to be Eric Gordon, and he's going to be fouled here by Daniel House Jr. Harden with a beautiful step back 3 on Garuba. That was very well needed, as Al Abdenabi says. First one at the line for Eric Gordon is good. Niang and Thibault having a little talk. As Niang goes ahead and gets up off the bench. Joel Embiid to check back in here for Paul Reed. Team's down by 5 at the moment. Could be down by 6. And the team is now down by 6 with both free throws being made at the line by Eric Gordon. Here we go. Here's James Harden with the ball. Harden going to his right. Harden kicks out to Daniel House. House a 3 from the wing. That's no good. Rebounded by the Rockets. Eric Gordon bring the ball down the other end. Eric Gordon dropping it down to 20. Kicks it out multiple times. Knicks gets over to Easton for 3. Way off target. And Daniel House gets the rebound. Puts it out there for James Harden. Harden tries to put one up for 2. And Harden's going to the line. Foul's called against Eric Gordon. James Harden to go to the line for 2 with this one being a foul called against the Rockets. James Harden's 2 for 10, but it's going to take time for him to get back. You just need to understand that. It's going to take time for Harden to come back. He's going to get buckets here and there, but it's going to take him time to come back. He hasn't played in 14 games. First one go to the line for James Harden. He's being carried by his free throws, and it's good for him to get back into the free throw shooting. And I know everyone wants to see better results for him from the field and from three-point range and all that good stuff, but these things don't come easy, especially when players are out for a 14-game absence. Second one for James Harden is also good at the line. So just like that, Sixers back down by 4, 97-93. Here we go. Here's Eric Gordon with the ball around the screen. Eric Gordon taking a 3 from the wing. That's no good. Putback is no good by the Rockets, and now the putback is good. Here's James Harden with the ball. Harden gets it over to Embiid. Embiid looking, coming inside. Embiid, the layup is good. Joel Embiid able to get the roll and able to get it in. Embiid able to put up 28 points here. Garrison Matthews way off target for 3. Harden trying to hustle for the ball. Does not do so. Garrison Matthews with it. Rockets are trying to stay with the ball here. Knicks gets it over to Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon has to shoot one. No good. Garrison Matthews continuing to get rebounds and be able to pick that one up and get it over to Tucker. And no foul was called either way. Harden losing it, and we're going back the other way again. And Embiid having to take a right knee. Embiid taking some contact to the head here. Trying to check for blood. But hopefully Embiid's all right. But yeah, man. Embiid goes ahead and gets hit in the face. I think Embiid was trying to tell the officials to review this for a flagrant. The question is, if the refs can go back to it, is it a flagrant 1? If they were able to go back to it, is it a flagrant 1? Who knows, man? It's just like the Sixers just need to win this game. They just need to win this game. I don't care how many points it's by anymore, but the Sixers just need to come out on top. But yeah, man, it's a tight one here in Houston at the Toyota Center. It's a tight one here, man. It's a tight one. But yeah, man, hopefully this game gets back on here. And the game has resumed. Sixers down by 4, 99-95. And they'll put it up in the corner for 3 and no good. And it's rebounded by the Sixers. Sixers trying to get it back to a one-score game. Harden bringing this one inside. Gets it over to Embiid. Embiid putting it up for 2. And it'll be blocked on a goaltend. So Joel Embiid will put up 2 more points. And this will be a 30-point performance here by Joel Embiid. Here we go. Here's Kevin Porter Jr. with the ball. Porter Jr. coming inside. Porter Jr. matching up here with Joel Embiid. Porter Jr. coming inside, kicks it out to Jalen Green for 3. That's no good. And the putback is good by number 24, the Houston Rockets, and Fernando. It's back to a 4-point game here with the Rockets back on top. Again, well, they've been on top, of course. Harden with the ball. Harden taking a 3. Way off target. Come on, James. I know it's your first game back, but still. We just need 2-pointers and to play defense. Is that too much? Is that too hard to ask for? And it's an air ball by Garrison Matthews. As Melton gets it over to Embiid and brings it down the other end. Embiid coming inside. Embiid spins. Embiid puts up a 2. No good for Embiid, and the Sixers will pick up the rebound. Harris taking a 3. That's good for Tobias Harris, and that play was huge. Harris at the top of the key. Let's go. Tobias Harris is doing a phenomenal job tonight. 25 points for Tobias. Let's go. Jalen Green with the ball. Almost lost it, and it's going to go Sixers ball. D'Anthony Melton with the great defense on Jalen Green. 1-point game, 4:45 left. The Sixers score, I'm going to assume Houston would call timeout. As Melton inbounds it to James Harden, and it's back to a ball game here, folks. Harden with the ball. Coming inside. Harden. Pump fakes. Gets it over to Embiid. Embiid. Stand at the free throw line. Embiid is going to be fouled, and he will head to the line for 2. And it's going to be against Fernando. Tobias Harris with 7 made 3-pointers tonight, which that'll tie his career high. 1 more, and he'll have a new career high in 3-pointers made. Tobias Harris is having a great game. First one good at the line for Joel Embiid to tie this one up at 101 apiece. .431 left to go here in the fourth. Sixers in the bonus right now. Second one from Embiid at the line is good, and the Sixers will lead it this time 102-101. 4.5 minutes left here in the fourth. Here we go. Here's Kevin Porter Jr. with the ball. Porter Jr. coming inside. No going back outside. Gets it over to got it over to Jabari Smith Jr. And Jabari Smith Jr. just like that gave the Rockets the lead back by 2. 104-102 right now. Harden with the ball coming inside. Harden got blocked. Porter Jr. gets it down the corner to Jalen Green. Green coming inside, going back outside. Green Coming back inside. Gets over to Fernando for 2. And he will be fouled yet again. Jeez. We have to stop with these stupid fouls, man. I'm telling you. These fouls are so costly. It's unreal. First one good at the line for Fernando. Second one at the line is missed, and Tucker picks up the rebound. Timeout immediately called here by Doc Rivers, I do believe. 3-point game, 3:43 left in this one. 105-102 is your score. Guys, will be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. But yeah, guys, Sixers down by 3 to the Houston Rockets, 105-102. Sixers just need to get this offense going, need to get this defense going. They need to get everything going as soon as possible. But yeah, man, Sixers just need to get this going, man. They just need to find a way to come out on top with this win. What way are they going to get it done? Tobias Harris doing his thing. Same with Joel Embiid. Those have been the two main factors. No one else, including James Harden, has pretty much showed up to tonight's game. Apparently, it's just been the Tobias Embiid show. Tobias and Embiid have been the two main factors and pretty much the two only factors in this game for the Sixers that have really stood out. Sixers need to get something going, and they need to do it fast. They don't have that much time to figure things out. They're down by 3, both teams in the bonus, 3:43 left. Tucker to inbound this here to James Harden. Here we go, 3:40 left in the fourth quarter. James Harden with the ball. Harden matching up here with Kevin Porter Jr. Harden coming inside. Harden gets it out to Embiid. Embiid pump fakes. Embiid looking for his options. Embiid coming inside, spinning. Embiid putting one out for 2. That is good, plus the foul. Joel Embiid to go to the line for one more. Embiid to the line for one more. Let's go. That's much more like it. That's much more like it as the free throws. No good by Embiid. Come on, Joel. That could have tied the game up again. Come on. Here we go. As Kevin Porter Jr. has the ball. Porter Jr. matched up with PJ Tucker. Porter Jr. coming inside. Porter Jr. matching up with Embiid. Porter Jr. spins. Porter Jr. puts one up for 2. No good. Melton got the rebound but stepped out of bounds with 3.7 left on the shot clock. 3.7 left. Not a lot of time to get the shot off. Kevin Porter Jr. go ahead and inbound it. He does inbound it to Jalen Green for three, way off the back of the rim. Missed. Embiid with the scramble for the basketball. And this will be a jump ball here between Joel Embiid. And I can't tell who's at the bottom of the pile. It's Kevin Porter Jr. So Embiid and Porter Jr. to go into a jump ball. Embiid and Porter Jr. to go into jump ball here. Under 3 minutes left. I don't know why James Harden's jumping. It should clearly be Joel Embiid against Kevin Porter Jr. I don't know why James Harden's jumping for this jump ball. He was not in the scramble to get the basketball. Like, why is James Harden on this jump ball? It was clear Joel Embiid that touched it, but Harden's able to win the tip. Here we go. Melton gets it over to Embiid. Embiid putting it up for two. Does not do so, but is going to go to the line for 2 more free throws. But let's go. 2:49 left. Embiid looking to give the Sixers the lead. Yet again by 1. It's really going to be all down to the wire. At this point, a win's a win at the end of the day. First one is no good at the line. Come on, Joel. Come on. Gave you such high praise, and now you're doing this? Joel, come on, dude. Dude, Joel, we gave you such high praise, and now you're doing this, missing free throws? Are you serious? I know you're center, but you're supposed to be making these. Thank you, Joel, for making the second one. This game is tied at 105 apiece, ladies and gentlemen. Game is still coming down the wire. Rockets 3 for 4 on free throws in the quarter. Sixers 7 for 11. Porter Jr. spinning. Porter Jr. matching up on D'Anthony Melton. Kicks it out to Jalen Green. Green will lose the ball, and we're going the other way with it. .233 left, and they will inbound this here to James Harden. Here we go. There's James Harden with the ball. Harden coming inside. Gets over to Embiid. Embiid layup. And they're going to say that Embiid was blocked and it was clean. Out of bounds. It'll be Rockets ball. Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable. How is this game still tied, dude? Embiid should have went to the free throw line and gave the Sixers the lead. Kevin Porter Jr. with the ball, matching up on James Harden. And that is taken away by D'Anthony Melton. Melton losing it. Melton trying to get it back. And is going to stay with the Sixers. Harden says, you know what, I'm just going to let it go. Because it should have went off of Jalen Green, and it did. So the Sixers will take it back. We'll keep the ball. Sixers will keep it. Harden's like, I'm not even going to touch it. As it's inbounded, 2 minutes left in the fourth. Here we go. 2-minute warning, and Harden steps out of bounds. Harden, you got to pass it out, dude. Harden, you got to pass it out. We need to play defense right here. Come on. Come on, let's go. Defense, boys. Jalen Green coming inside with it. Green putting up a layup for 2. That's good for Jalen Green. Holy cow. You can't make this stuff up. Do we look like we come to want to play today as a team? Or are we just having players carry us? In particular, I'm talking about Joel Embiid and Tobias Harris. Because so far, it's looking like those 2 players have carried us. And pretty much throughout the whole game, they've carried us. We don't play as a team, dude. Everyone has to play as a team. Everyone has to help each other out. Here we go. Here's James Harden with the ball. Harden looking, dancing. Harden pump fakes, gets it over to Embiid. Embiid Matching up with Sengun. Embiid kicks it out to Harden. Harden pump fakes. Harden going step back three. That's good for James Harden. Unbelievable. James Harden tying it up at 108 apiece. The drive by Jalen Green. He lost it, and it'll stay Rockets ball according to the official. How about this? Holy cow. Harden's got 18 points in 30 minutes. Harden's done solid tonight for his first game back, honestly. Here's Jalen Green going step back two. That's airballed. Embiid trying to scramble for it. Does not get it. Porter Jr.'s in the corner. Porter Jr. taking a three. No good. Melton gets the rebound. Melton gets it over to James Harden. Sixers with an opportunity to take the lead right here. But here we go. Here's James Harden with the ball. Harden. Crowd rising to the occasion. Harden. Putting up a two. No good. Rockets get the rebound. And a timeout is called. Timeout is called. Timeout is called here by the Sixers. Guys, will be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Here we go, guys. This one's coming down the wire. Here we go. This is like playoff basketball. Oh, well, it's crazy. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Here we go. 37.9 left. Anyone can win the game right now, or we go to overtime. Kevin Porter Jr. to do the inbound. Inbounds it to Sengun. Back to Porter Jr. Porter Jr. looking. Porter Jr. matching up with Embiid. Porter Jr. taking a three-point shot. No good. And the putback is no good either by Sengun. Sixers with an opportunity to win the game. Most likely. Unless the Rockets can get it down there in very little time that the Sixers are going to give them. Harden with the ball. Harden dancing. Harden still looking. Harden tries to go D3. Melton scrambling for the ball. And it's out of bounds. It's going to be Rockets ball. Rockets will take over with 3 seconds left. Rockets don't make a shot right here. We're going to overtime. Holy cow, dude. I can't believe this is coming down the wire. I can't believe it. I can't believe this is really coming down the wire right here. I just can't believe it. This is unbelievable. This is insane. This is crazy. Like, dude, this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable how this is this close right now. And that the Sixers have an opportunity to go into overtime with the Houston Rockets. A team that is going to do well in their future. And a team that will have potential. to be great in the future without Harden, without Chris Paul, without Russell Westbrook. But here we go. 3 seconds left is what it all comes down to. All comes down to 3 seconds. Sixers have to play the best defense they've ever played in their lives. Here we go. Harden got blocked on his three-point shot. Melton tried to scramble for it. But here we go. It all comes down to this. Is it a win for the Rockets or is it an overtime? Sengun. Green. No good. We're going to overtime, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to overtime. So in overtime, we go to a tie ball game where it's tied up 108 to 108. But yeah, man, here we go. Extra 5 minutes. Here we go. Man, this is going to be exciting. This is going to be one crazy finish. But yeah, man, here we go. Overtime basketball. Absolutely, man. Let's go Sixers. You already know. Let's go. Oh, my goodness, people. It's going into overtime. This is unreal. This is unreal, man. This is unreal. This is absurd. This is any adjective you can use to describe this right now. That's what it is. That is what it is, man. Holy cow. I can't believe this is in overtime. I just cannot believe what I'm seeing. Philly Hustle Games, what's good, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through, man. Appreciate you for coming through, Philly Hustle Games. If you have not done so, my guy, hit that like button on the stream. And since I don't recognize your account, my guy, hit that subscribe button and become the 500th subscriber on the YouTube channel, man. Appreciate you for coming through. Appreciate you for coming through, though, Philly Hustle Games. Here we go. Sixers will head to overtime basketball. This is unreal. Oh, my goodness. Here we go. Here we go. Extra 5 minutes. Sixers win the overtime tip, and we're underway in OT. James Harden with the ball here for the Sixers. And Harden's going to lose it, and it's going to be out of bounds, and it's going to be Rockets ball. We're going to win. I hope so, man. I hope so. Subscribe if you haven't done so, Philly Hustle Games. Is Jalen Green with the ball going to his left? Coming inside is Jalen Green. Gets over to Sengun. Gets it to go for 2. Under 4.5 minutes left. Rockets lead by 2 in overtime. Harden gets over to Embiid. Embiid over to Harden. Harden gets over to Embiid again. Embiid backing in. Embiid driving, wanting to put one up for 2. No good. Embiid gets his own rebound and will be fouled and will head to the line for 2 free throws. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, Philly Hustle Games. Philly Hustle Games, is that 500 subscribers right there? Let me know. Let's hope so. Ease up, people. Embiid with 35 points tonight. First one is good at the line for Joel Embiid. Holy cow. Second one from Embiid at the line is good as well. So Embiid's going to tie it back up just like that. Let's go. 36 on the night for Joel Embiid. Jalen Green with the ball. Gets it over to Jabari Smith Jr. Kevin Porter coming inside. Gets it out to Jabari Smith Jr. Jabari Smith Jr. putting up a three. That's not even close. A foul called, though, against P.J. Tucker. And that's number 5 on Tucker tonight. Tucker at this point is just shaking his head. Embiid and Tucker both on 5 fouls right now. And we're keeping Embiid in the overtime period. It's kind of a trap game. It's kind of a trap situation for Joel Embiid because we need Embiid in the overtime period, but he's working on 5 fouls right now. So if Embiid gets fouled out, we have to put in Paul Reed or Montrezl Harrell, one of those 2 guys. This is a trap scenario for Joel Embiid. He has to be careful, and so does Tucker. First one for Jabari Smith Jr. at the line is good. Go Sixers, absolutely, man. Take deep breaths. I think we got this. Fingers crossed. I hope so. Ease up, people. I hope so, man. Second one for Jabari Smith Jr. at the line. No good. Embiid picks it up. Embiid's able to pick this one up. Here we go. As he gets it over to Harden, here we go. Bringing the ball down the floor. Harden gets it over to Anthony Melton. Melton gets it over to Embiid. Embiid coming inside, spinning on Sengun. Embiid, the 2-point shot, no good. And it's picked up by the Rockets. Eric Gordon picks it up and gets it over to Jalen Green. Green matching up with Anthony Melton. Green gets it over to Sengun. Sengun coming inside. Sengun defended by Embiid. Sengun trying to get the rebound. And Sengun's going to turn this over, and the Sixers will take the ball. Good defense by Joel Embiid right there. Putting his body up and making sure Sengun does not go anywhere towards the basket. Great defense by Joel Embiid. Here we go. Here's James Harden with the ball, standing at the logo. Harden now taking the ball across half court. Harden. Dancing. Harden. Still looking. Spinning. Harden trying to bank it off. No good. Embiid gets the rebound. Beat out to Melton. Melton out to Harris. Harris dancing in the corner. Coming inside. Harris, the layup is good. Tobias Harris has given the Sixers the lead by 1. Clock continues to run. 112 to 111, Sixers lead. 27 for Tobias Harris. And a timeout ought to be called by the Rockets here. I would assume it is called by the Rockets. Only 2 timeouts in overtime. I think 1 was called. If not, they're just doing something. I don't know what they're doing, honestly. But clutch play right there by Tobias Harris to put 1 in for 2. And he gives the Sixers the lead by 1. Kevin Porter Jr. shaking up a little bit on the play. For sure. All right, timeout was called by the Rockets. But they're not going to play it. Never mind, they are going to take it to commercial. Guys, this is wild, man. This is wild. This is so wild right now. This is so wild right now, man. Holy cow. Guys, appreciate everybody that's continued support, man. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate everybody that supported, man. Hopefully we have close to 100 viewers on this thing by the time we're done. But I really do appreciate everyone that supported the channel. Really do appreciate that's come out and supported tonight. But I really do appreciate you guys, man. I really appreciate y'all. But here we go. Clock continues to run here in overtime. Jabari Smith Jr. in the corner for 3. That is good for Jabari Smith Jr. Wow. That shot looked way off for a second, and then it goes back. Here we go. James Harden with the ball here for the Sixers. Harden going to dance. Gets it over to Embiid. Embiid gets it over to Melton. Melton on the pump fake. Melton going step back 3. That's good for DeAnthony Melton. The Sixers will not quit. They will not quit. DeAnthony Melton trying to give him the last dance. 2 minutes left in the overtime period. Kevin Porter Jr. under the basket. Try to go into reverse layup. No good. Sengun with the rebound. Loses it. Harden picks it up. And James Harden tries to put it in, but a foul was called on Kevin Porter Jr. That's the 4th on Kevin Porter Jr. tonight. Let's see if the Sixers can try to go ahead and seal it. Sixers inbound it. Harden takes his time, gets it over to Embiid. Embiid looking for his options. Embiid. I don't know where Embiid's putting that. He's putting that in no man's land. Embiid, you can't leave this team a wide open opportunity. You just can't do it at this time. Not now, Embiid. Come on. You're better than that, Joel. You're better than that. Here goes Jalen Green. Here's Jalen Green with the ball. Green putting a layup up for 2, and that's good. Joel, you just can't make stupid decisions like that. Come on. Use the mindset, Joel. Come on. 1:10 to go here. Harden flips it back to Embiid. Embiid coming inside. Embiid dribbling. Embiid, the 2-point jumper. That's good for Joel Embiid. Sixers back up by 1, 117 to 116. 1 minute left in the overtime period. Jalen Green spinning. Kicks it out. Jalen Green yet again. Gets it over to Kevin Porter Jr. In the corner for 3 it goes. No good. Sengun gets the rebound. Sengun gets it over to Kevin Porter Jr. Porter Jr. puts up a 2. Not even close to the basket. Tucker gets the rebound. Here we go. James Harden with the ball. Harden gets it over to Embiid. No foul was called. Embiid kicks it out to Melton. And a turnover by the Rockets. This is the last chance for Houston. Green. Pulling up for 2. And Jalen Green to be fouled on the floor. So it should just be an inbound pass here for the Rockets. 7.5 left in OT. Foul was called on the floor, so it will be an inbound pass here for the Houston Rockets. It will be an inbound pass here for Houston. See if they can win the game. Or will the Sixers hold on? It comes down to one shot. One shot by Houston is all this comes down to. It all comes down to one shot. But yeah, man, here we go. 7.5 left. Here we go. Guys, We did it. 500 subscribers on this channel. Let's go. We freaking did it, dudes. Thank you guys so much. 500 subs, man. Let's go. Here we go. 7.5 left. Here we go. Best defense you ever played in your life. Sixers right here, right now. Let's go. They inbound to KPJ. Ken Porter Jr. coming inside. Porter Jr. Layup is blocked. And KPJ to go to the line for 2 free throws. Sixers will still have a chance. Foul's called on Joel Embiid. And if I'm not mistaken, that fouls out Joel Embiid for the game. I think that fouls Joel Embiid out for the rest of the game. Yes, Embiid's fouled out, but with 39 points, a phenomenal night for Joel Embiid. Embiid's like, why did I do that? And now we have to have Paul Reed step in. Paul Reed has to step in for the final 2.4 seconds in this ball game. Embiid is sad that he got fouled. He got fouled out. Yeah, guys, like I can't believe it, dude. Joel Embiid's fouled out of the game. Come on. Congrats, bro. Just hit 28, 2 more to go. LOL. Hey, appreciate you for being a supporter. Ease up, people. Appreciate you, man. Guys, appreciate everybody that's continuing to show support, man. Finally have hit 500 subs. Appreciate every single one of you guys for riding it with me. Appreciate every single one of you guys. But Joel Embiid has been fouled out of the game with 39 points to finish. I wish this was honestly called on Melton because that is a huge loss. Since that was called on Joel Embiid, that's a huge loss for the Sixers. In the final seconds, that's a huge loss for the Sixers. Because now KPJ goes to the line for 2 free throws, and the Sixers will have 1 shot to answer, assuming KPJ makes them both. But we'll see what happens. Here we go. Kevin Porter Jr. shoot 2 at the line. First one for KPJ is good. That will tie the ball game at 117. First one good for KPJ. Second one at the line is no good. Sixers try to get the rebound. And the Sixers call the timeout. Okay, so the Sixers will have 1 shot now. No Joel Embiid for the final 1.2 seconds. Sixers will have an opportunity to win this game. This is unbelievable. Kevin Porter Jr. could have almost and very likely could have ended the game right there. But now that he made it tie up, could it be another overtime period? Or can the Sixers win the game? What will it be here with 1.2 seconds left? Tied at 117. What will the result be? In overtime, can the Sixers win this? In overtime, or are we heading to a second overtime period? This sucks with star players out. We have 2 seconds left. Hey, let's try what we can, man. I mean, Tobias is still there. Harden's still there. Milton's still there. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. This is crazy, man. This is absolutely insane. This is absolutely insane right now, man. Holy cow. This is unreal. I can't believe we're in this situation right now. Quick shot is all it needs. Korkmaz is in to do the inbound pass here. Someone needs to just take the shot and launch it up. Korkmaz has to inbound this quick. Inbounds it to Harden. Harden for three. Comes up short. We're going to a second overtime. They inbounded it to Harden, and Harden came probably this close to winning the game for the Sixers. Unreal. Wait, the Saints win? Man, dude. We're going to a second overtime. Unbelievable. Tied at 117. Stars 99. The Bucks have a chance to win this game, my guy. I don't know what you're talking about. They've been opportunity to win this game still. 3 minutes left. You give it to the hands of Brady? This is crazy. Tied at 117 to a second overtime. Unbelievable, dude. This is crazy. But Stars 99, my guy. Brady has a chance to still come out on top and win this game. He still has a chance. Unbelievable. We're going to a second overtime. No Joel Embiid for the second overtime because he has been fouled out of the game. So we have to rely on the surrounding players such as Tobias Harris, PJ Tucker, DeAnthony Melton, Paul Reed. We got to rely on them. And James Harden. Can't forget James. But we have to rely on them in order to win this game. We got to rely on them. And then there was the foul where Embiid got fouled out of the game. But here we go. Paul Reed now has to play center for the remainder of the game, no matter how long it takes. Paul Reed and Jabari Smith Jr., here we go. Second overtime. Tip of second overtime is underway. The Rockets will win the tip. Here we go in second overtime. Kevin Porter Jr. brings this ball down the other end. Porter Jr. gets it over to Jalen Green. Green loses it. Harris picks it up. Tobias Harris gets over to Harden. Harden out to Melton, who saves it. And we're going the other way, as apparently Melton stepped out of bounds. Come on, Harden. You got to take that yourself, my guy. Come on. Let's go. Green kicks it out to Porter for three, and that's good. Or rather, that's Eric Gordon, I should say. As Harden has the ball, goes to his left. Harden dances. Harden gets over to Tobias Harris. Harris puts up a two. That is no good for Tobias Harris. Sengun gets the rebound, and it'll go into the hands of the Houston Rockets. That's another foul on Paul Reed. That's number 4 to now on Paul Reed. Do they really need to roll with Montrezl Harrell? Do they really need to put Trez in? First second overtime game for the 76ers since November 27th, 2021 against Minnesota. And a three-pointer by the Rockets is good. Sixers have a lot of ground to cover in only 3 minutes and 50 seconds. 123-117. Reed gets it over to Melton. Melton goes behind the three-point line. Melton takes a three at the top of the key. No good. Paul Reed tries to get the rebound, gets it out to Tucker. Over to Melton. Over to Milton. Milton gets it back. Milton gets it out to Melton, over to Tucker. Tucker in the corner for three. That's good for P.J. Tucker. Tucker keeping his team in it. Apparently it's a long two. And not a three-pointer for Tucker. Foot must have been on the line for P.J. Here we go. Here's Porter Jr. with the shot. Goes up. It's going to be short, and it's going to be a foul called. Foul's called against Tucker, I do believe. This is crazy, bro. Stars 9-9. The Bucks still have a chance to win the game against the Saints. It's 4th and 17 at the New Orleans 18. New Orleans has to punt it. And the Bucks will get some good field position for Brady to go down the field and score a touchdown. The question is, where was the foot of Tucker? Must have been a long two. Second one good at the line here for the Rockets. Back to a 6-point lead for Houston. 3 minutes left. 2 minutes gone in the second overtime period. Melton with the ball. Melton gets over to Harris. Harris coming inside. Harris puts up a two. Does not get the rebound. Rebounded by the Rockets. Eric Gordon spinning around P.J. Tucker. Gets over to Kevin Porter Jr. Porter Jr. matching up on Paul Reed. Porter Jr. kicks it out to Jabari Smith Jr. Smith Jr. is going to be called for the travel. Unbelievable. And a timeout call by the Sixers. Stars 99, man. The Bucks are going to have this at their own 37-yard line, so they do still have a chance to win this game. And you know Brady's taking all the clock in the world. Yeah, man, this is going to be close. This is going to be close. And, man, this is going to be close. I hate to root for Tom Brady, but go Tampa Bay, man. Go Tampa Bay. 2-minute warning in that game. 16-10 Saints, but the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were at the New Orleans Saints 49-yard line. So Brady's finding his way down the field. .227 left. Joel Embiid cannot return to the remainder of the game. Tucker and Paul Reed are on the chopping block of getting fouled out, as they both have 5 fouls in this one. Is Paul Reed with the starting lineup? Here we go. As Harden has the ball, Harden pump fakes. Harden puts up a 2. It's no good for James Harden, and Paul Reed cannot get the rebound against Jabari Smith Jr. Paul Reed has to be careful, otherwise it's Montrezl Harrell time. Here we go. Here's Eric Gordon with the ball. Gordon kicks it out to Kevin Porter Jr. Porter Jr. coming inside. Porter Jr. losing it. Porter Jr. putting up a 2. No good for Kevin Porter Jr. Sixers get the rebound with P.J. Tucker. Sixers need a big shot. Melton dancing. Melton kicks it out to Harden. Harden standing at the wing. Harden out the top of the key. Harden looking. Harden taking a step back 3. That's huge for James Harden when it matters. That is huge for James Harden when it matters. 21 points for James Harden. James Harden with 21 points in 37 minutes. Here we go. Here's Jalen Green. Gets it over to KPJ for 3. And it's good for Jabari Smith Jr. rather. As PJ Tucker tries to draw the offensive foul. But it's going to be a foul against Tucker. And that will foul out PJ Tucker for this game. So Tucker's now out of this game. Tucker's now out of this game, I do believe. I think. What do they want to converse now? Oh, Tucker must be on foul 5. Tucker must be on foul 5 now. Because I thought he had quite a few fouls. As Harden has the ball, kicks it out to Daniel House Jr. House kicks out to Tucker. Tucker out to Melton. Melton the 3. Not even close. Rockets get the rebound. But foul called against the Rockets. 52.9 seconds left. Kevin Porter Jr., KPJ being called for the foul. Sixers back in the bonus here. Sixers really need something to go their way right here. Something has to go their way. First one for Tucker at the line is good. Tucker cannot go wrong here. Needs to go 3 for 3 at the line. And the Sixers need to stop. Second one for PJ Tucker at the line is no good. Are you serious? Apparently Tucker must have stepped on the line again. A lot of players getting in foul trouble here for the Sixers. But there's a pretty good reason why. Timeout here by the Houston Rockets. Wow, man. Unbelievable how we're still watching this game right now. It's unreal. It's unreal. How are we still watching this game? Sixers probably should have won this game by now, honestly. First and goal for the Bucks at the Saints 5-yard line. Come on, Brady, let's go. I hate rooting for Brady, but because the Saints have the Eagles draft pick, gotta root for Brady here, unfortunately. But yeah, man, Joel Embiid fouled out for the remainder of the game. Sixers down by 5 right now, 128 to 123. Here we go. Rockets to inbound it here. As they'll inbound it here to Jalen Green. Green Coming inside, layup is no good, but we'll head to the line for 2. Jalen Green is probably gassed. First one at the line, good for Jalen Green. .1 seconds left. Second one, good at the line for Jalen Green. 27 on the night for him. Harden with the ball. Harden loses it. And it's picked up by Jalen Green. House able to keep it. Daniel House has had his foot on. Daniel House had his foot on the baseline, so it's going to stay with the Rockets. It's probably the dagger right there. Fortunately, the Sixers are going to lose this, I think. Also, they can get like some steal or something. If they don't, this is pretty much going to be handed to the Rockets at this point. As Jalen Green has the ball, Green just hanging on to it. Actually, with Melton, gets it over to Kevin Porter Jr. Porter Jr. getting it over. Getting it over to him, and that's going to be the exclamation point on this one. Melton just putting up one more for fun. And that's finally going to do it after double overtime. The Sixers are going to fall to the Houston Rockets here, 132 to 123. And they'll go to 12-12 on the season. And finally, the game is done, man, but not the result we were looking for at the end of the day. Wow, man, Brady might actually come out here and beat the Saints by 1 point. As unfortunately, the Sixers are going to fall to the Houston Rockets, 132 to 123. Heartbreaker here in double overtime. Yeah, man. It's unfortunate. And the second overtime period. And unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, Sixers will go to 12-12 in the season, and the Rockets will go up to 7-17. We'll run through the final stats here, and then we'll get out of here. Starting off on the Philadelphia 76ers side, Joel Embiid just led the way. Could not play in the second overtime period as he finished with 39 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. Tobias Harris with 27 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist. James Harden with 21 points, 4 rebounds, and 7 assists. Shake Milton with 11 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists. D'Anthony Melton with 9 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists. Paul Reed with 6 points and 3 rebounds. Daniel House Jr. with 4 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. PJ Tucker with 3 points, 6 rebounds, and an assist. And Furkan Korkmaz with 3 points straight up to end off the final stats for your Philadelphia 76ers. Now to the Houston Rockets side now. Jalen Green leads the way for the Houston Rockets with 27 points, 4 rebounds, and 7 assists. Kevin Porter Jr. with 24 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Tari Eason with 18 points and 6 rebounds off the bench. Jabari Smith putting up a double-double in this one tonight with 16 points, 12 rebounds, and an assist. Eric Gordon with 14 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists. Kenyon Martin with 14 points, 3 rebounds off the bench. Alperen Sengun with 8 points, 10 rebounds, and an assist. And then Bruno Fernando putting up 6 points and 8 rebounds to end off the final stat lines for the Houston Rockets. Now to the team stats now. The Philadelphia 76ers ended up shooting the ball 44.8% from the field to the Houston Rockets 44.7%. Philadelphia 76ers shot the ball 45.9% from three-point range to the Houston Rockets 35.9%. Philadelphia 76ers shot the ball 77.8% from the free throw line to the Houston Rockets 77.3%. The Houston Rockets out-rebounded the Philadelphia 76ers 51-40 and same offensively 17-11. Sixers out-assisted the Rockets 24-19. Sixers with more blocks than the Rockets 6-4. Sixers with more steals than the Rockets 10-8. Sixers win the turnover battle 19-17. Rockets with more points in the paint 50-42. And a total of 61 personal fouls called, 34 on the Philadelphia 76ers and 27 on the Houston Rockets. And yeah, man, on that note, man, it's pretty much going to do it. We're just going to roll through some comments here, and then we're going to roll out. As these other people said, they're going to attack because Embiid's out. Yeah, they pretty much did, man. They did indeed. Sorry, don't care. Go Eagles. Go Sixers for life. Yeah, of course. They tried. Yup. Got a pick. They have a lot of work to do. Absolutely, they do, man. But yeah, man, on that note, at the end of the day, that's going to pretty much do it for me, man. Return play with Bryce Harper from 2015 to 2018. Yeah. But yeah, guys, on that note, that's going to pretty much do it for me, man. The Sixers fall to the Houston Rockets 132-123 in double overtime. And unfortunately, the Sixers will fall to 12-12 on the season. Rockets will go up to 7-17 on the season. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, man, that's going to do it for me. Be sure to like and subscribe if you guys have not done so. Appreciate everybody for helping me get on the road to 500. We have hit 500 subscribers tonight. Appreciate everybody that has showed support. Despite the fact the Sixers lost, this has still been a successful stream because we hit 500 subs. Appreciate everybody that has supported all the way up to this point. Be sure to like and subscribe if you guys have not done so, man. And I'll talk to you guys on the next one, man. Peace out, everybody, and God bless and peace.